Oh shit. Live from some scary place in downtown Lake Worth. The original Dad's House. Sounds like a Native American Negro spiritual. It sounds like just some Indians walking around with some fucking black people in church and shit's going down.
As a white man with a bald head, that scares the shit out of me. I feel like I'm about to get beaten to death. Maybe rightfully so. Maybe I heard it.
Almost like Streetwise. Ooh, god damn. Dad, hold him. You heard that, right? Hold me. Does that ever happen in hardcore?
What's that?
You ever like fucking been rocking so hard or fucking like to be like, yo, bro, hold me. Like it's just too fucking much.
Nah.
So what's going on, everybody? It's Joey D. You probably don't know me, and either way's fine. I'm here with people that you might know.
Probably not.
Doubt it.
My friend Billy.
Ahoy.
And my friend John. They both play in a rock and roll combo, a hardcore rock band by the name of Old Habits.
I like jazz infused K-pop, but you know, to each their own. The genre is really liquid.
We do play weddings sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Bar mitzvahs. We don't discriminate.
Very nice. Fucking technology. Thank you, phone. You're good for something else besides texting and porn.
No, it's not.
Eh.
Don't give the phone an ego.
Hey, my phone's a smart phone, Bill. First and foremost, it graduated grade 4. Don't have to take shit from you or nobody.
It's got better qualifications than me.
You did good, Samsung. I love you. So I was up here. Parker's doing his show. They played bands that I didn't know. They played a band called Whitechapel. You heard of Whitechapel?
I know of the Whitechapel.
Yes.
And it went dun 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 dun
What
dun.
did, what did you think of Whitechapel? What's your honest opinion of them?
I mean, it sounds like they could play the first 5 frets and do sloppy sweeps for the most part. They just sound like another one of those bands.
You know,
And I say like those bands, like
those bands, the ones that you should probably listen to older bands playing it correctly, rather than the newer style of bands that's out now that are just.
I just don't like whenever anything is redundant. Like that's just me. And like, you know,
I feel the same way about the band The Acacia Strain. I feel like it's the biggest breakdown that stretched over 5 albums I'd never wanted to listen to again.
Yeah, I can. I've heard these bands like in like increments, but for me it's always like, you know, I'll take fucking really fucking sick guitar melodies and fucking really fucking awesome vocals over something dragging going dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Like, you know, like if everything clicks, it clicks. Like there's like Morbid Angel has breakdowns
Yes.
in their music, but they fucking completely make sense. Like,
Yep.
and they like fucking just convey the darker fucking mood of the song. It's like morose and slow, like a funeral dirge. And like to me, it's like when, especially when a band song starts off, like that. To me, that's like, dude, stop, fucking bring something to it more than what's already been done.
Let me have a little disclaimer here. Our band does not claim to do anything interesting, innovative, non-repetitious. So, you know, while we might talk shit, we could talk shit about other bands, but that doesn't mean we're also not trying to live off our band or really get anyone else to take us seriously. We're there for us and our friends.
So if you'd like to actually bash the hell out of Old Habits, please, www.facebook.com/oldhabitshc. You can go ahead and send us a message. We'll post up your review of us if it's terrible.
It's probably nothing that someone hasn't said about one of us before. Or
I do love the review we got after the Stitches show, which was Old Habits is the worst band I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I hope they all die in a bus crash.
yes.
And it's kind of hard to figure out what exactly they meant.
We don't really have a bus.
That was just it. I was
Oh
like,
my
do they hope that we're
God.
like waiting for the bus and
They
the
want a
bus
bus
jumps the curb
bus
and
to hit
hits us? Or do they hope that we are like touring in a bus and then like the bus falls off a cliff?
I don't know, man. I think the dude actually deleted it after some people started.
He deleted it, and then he posted it again, and then people were like, "We're gonna beat the fuck out of you," and then he was like, "Oh, delete it."
Well, I mean, like I'm all for freedom of speech. Like it's cool when like your friends and like your fans come to your aid, but like I always used to hate when we played out with the Toilets when people like everyone would be like your band's awesome, and I'm like what I wouldn't give for one motherfucker to be like that shit is gay, and I would have been like you honest motherfucker, and I would have fucking gladly smoked pot with that man in the parking lot. And fucking let him hit it 3 times and then pass it. I'd be like, I kind of like, I love when people will come and check out art, but I hate when people aren't honest in their critique.
Yeah.
And I know that, especially like in the Lake Worth and Palm Beach area, like the people are actually fairly nice for the most part. Like I've met a lot of decent people, but like there's a lot of people who I think their music is awful to my ears and my soul. It has nothing to do, like, sometimes it's, like, completely honest when it's, like, you guys are great players, I just don't dig the music or the style or, you know what I mean? And
it's done very passionately, but to me it sounds like crap and I hate it.
Absolutely. Like,
well, I think on the flip side, most of the time I would go see a band around here is because I'm friends with the people in the band. Most of the time I don't even take into account whether I like them or not. If I like the band, it's a bonus for me. But, I think a lot of times people go see bands because they're friends with them. But like you said, if people aren't honest about it, it doesn't really push creative limits. It doesn't, everyone doesn't have to hold hands all the time, basically.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I mean, like, for us, like, I'm such a recluse. Like, I like to write and, like, sit at home and fucking, like, I write comedy. I fucking write all different kinds of music. I'm supposed to, like, go throw 16 down on a song in there and then go play acoustic downstairs. Like, I'm always concocting something, like I've written cartoon scripts that I've tried to like send over to fucking Adult Swim and shit. Like, I'm always fucking in that mode. So when we came out to fucking actually play, like fucking we barely had any like friends. And the friends that we did have were fucking even worse. Like, they're the kind of people, like, you'd stop at their house to give them a fucking bag of weed, and you ended up fucking sitting there for 3.5 hours. It's like, you can't leave yet because the neighbors think it's weird. Well, 3 hours is good. It's an odd number. It's a good number. 2 hours, what, do we watch a movie? I'm like, all right, goodbye, I'll see you later. It's like, no, you have to stay for 3 because at least you stood for, like, lunch in a movie. And I'm like, what?
2 fucking
like,
movies.
We're not watching a movie and there is no lunch. This fucking sucks. The fuck is wrong with you? But, like, those people, forget it. Like, I know my good friends never came to any Toilet shows. Like, all my closest friends avoided my art at all costs.
Wow.
And, like, well, I was all for that. Because, like, my friends that I've had for a long time, like, they aren't, like, fucking, Lake Worth scares them. It's an odd place to them, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, Shorty?
It's got its own little nuances to it.
Just talking to Shorty for 3 minutes or watching someone else even interact with them gave them, like, PTSD. So whenever they saw, like, a fucking short old man, they fucking be like, human taco, blowjobs,
I was looking through my phone about maybe before I did the recent update, and I was like, I got to back up my phone because I'm going to update. It's going to delete everything. And I found pictures of fucking Shorty in his goddamn gorilla suit fucking, like, standing behind Patrick while he's doing stand-up comedy, like, trying to dry hump him.
Oh, my God.
All I could think was, God, I don't remember that at all. I hope I didn't fucking shake his hand.
I think we should kidnap Shorty and take him to
a clinic?
He should be the newest member of Hurly Burly, and he should come out and dance to What a Man, What a Man, What a Man, What a Mighty Good Man. I think that would draw fucking hundreds of people.
I just saw Hurly Burly for the first time actually 2 weeks ago. And I will say...
What did you think about it? Because they were surprised you were there.
I would say that I'm very proud to say that Hurly Burly is from Lake Worth. Just because I want to go see everybody take their clothes off? Not really. But I like the fact, again, that limits are being pushed. And something different's being done. Whether I want to sit through 2 hours of it or not, it's a different story. But I think it's great. I think it's, I think people should be doing original things and different things. And
we just got off like I said, we were in Miami on Friday, and there was Gramps down in Miami. It was about maybe 25 people, maybe, give or take. I don't think any of them had ever seen Hurley Burley or anything like that. They did not know what the fuck they were getting into.
What was the reaction?
Very positive.
Good.
Last night, however, was not so much. Creepy Tiki, they had double booked us, and it was a metal show and Hurley Burley. So it was.
Wow.
I got up on stage with the mic, and I was going to go ahead and host, the whole event. I said, "Hey, what's going on? Who here's ready for Hurley Burley?" Dead fucking silence. I was like, "Okay, does anyone here know what Hurley Burley is?" Dead fucking silence. I'm looking at about 35 metalheads who are all like fucking big fat dudes. I got dudes who look like Axl Rose. I have guys who are like wearing fingerless bone gloves and eye makeup. I'm fucking confused as shit. So, all right. What's going to happen is we're going to have two bands. Who likes metal bands? Woo! Okay. All right. We like metal, too. That's good. That's going to be my baseline. All right. We're going to work with that. You guys like booze? Yeah. Everybody went crazy. I'm like, all right. After those two bands, we're going to have guys come up here and undress for money. Some of the girlfriends were like, yeah. And then they looked at their boyfriends and they're like, I'm just kidding.
He already cuts himself.
They were super not jazzed about that at all.
I was actually surprised to see ladies there excited about it.
They got stoked.
There are ladies at the shows excited about it.
Oh, yeah. Garrett is an amazing performer. He got out there, and he didn't give a fuck if there was 50 metalheads just sitting there just staring, wanting to kill him. As soon as he whipped out this gigantic fucking pencil that he had wrapped around his waist and started flopping it at him.
How do you not fucking just die right then? And just
all those metalheads turned into the fucking most giggly schoolgirls I've ever seen in my life.
Because it's fucking rocking.
They pulled out their fucking phones and started snapping pictures of it. They had dudes posing with them. It was ridiculous. He won them over in one dance. Just boom, like that.
Nice.
Garrett's got that personality, though. Fucking polarizing, but fucking... He's a great guy, dude. Fucking... And his fucking... It really is fucking crazy to, like... know him as the guy who spun country records at Speakeasy to fucking seeing Butt Reynolds unleashed upon the world. I just remember standing there and just like fucking this dude's pretty calm when I'm just chilling with him and he turns into a fucking goddamn dynamo.
He's a fucking beast when he takes off his clothes. He just all fat white just shaking right at him.
It's kind of like when Randy takes off his pants in Trailer Park Boys.
I don't know what the hell that means.
I've only seen Trailer Park Boys twice. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
poor guys.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If you ever want to
I
watch,
think I've lived Trailer Park Boys. I think that's closer to my life.
I enjoyed the 2 episodes I watched, but I had this OCD thing where if I like something, I have to start watching it from the first season, the first episode.
right?
If I don't really like it, I don't really care, but that's on my list of stuff to watch from the beginning at some point.
That's awesome. It's definitely worth investing in. I started watching that show in 2004.
Wow.
And it's only because I hung out with Canadians. And they're like, "Oh, you ever seen the show?" I'm like, "No, because I don't fucking live in Canada." You know, like
It's huge now. It's picking up even more. They have like the movies they put out. They've actually gotten a lot of press in every aspect. They got how many seasons now?
they just finished season 9 filming,
Wow.
and they just put out
Fucking
season
hell.
8. Yeah, they're monsters, man. Fucking talented fucking comedians. They definitely make you believe the false reality. Like when I first watched it. So,
I wasn't sure if that was real or not when I first saw it. I'm like, is this like...
that was like the hardest thing is going, what the fuck is this? Because like they didn't give me any lead up and go, this is a fake scripted reality show, like, you know, by comedians.
It's The Office in a trailer park.
And it was just funny, man. It was just weed, booze, living like a complete piece of shit, completely disorganized. Fucking absolutely beautiful to see my childhood represented and most of my adulthood on television at some point because fucking Mike Seaver, I am not.
Well, was it?
Thank God.
Yeah, I haven't seen it enough yet, but I got the gist of it from a few episodes, and I definitely the few that I saw I liked a lot, so I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Amen. So Normally, I don't play too much music, but whenever I have a musical group come on, I ask them to perform live. So I hope you guys brought your tap shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I have the acoustic. We can do acoustic hardcore, and we
Could
can
do that.
whisper scream.
Could do that. I really don't know how to play guitar very well. Just letting everybody know. So
We're actually kind of like
you
the
know.
monkeys in the way that we actually don't even play our
live,
instruments.
I can pretty much cover it up. Pick slides and throw
I'm
my
at the
guitar
point
in
now-
the air, and
I just-
everybody
I
looks.
just
It looks cool. Nobody
Put the
cares.
mic out there like this.
Uh,
Yeah, let them yell it.
yeah, pretty much.
The words don't matter. No one listens to what I say. That's the best part.
Well, I'm gonna put on some of your boys' music for the people.
Damn.
To let them know what we
Hey, ma-
dealing with here.
They're gonna love it, or they're gonna leave.
Yeah, we wrote all these songs. Basically, we used to just sit around at night, read poems, cry to each other, and we're just like, you know what? Let's just start a band instead.
Yeah.
Sensitive boys.
Those were
I
dark
like it.
times. Those were dark times.
Yeah.
It'd be funny to fucking see like a poetry book of just tough guy poetry.
And then I hit him.
Yeah.
And
I told him it's a door, and he walked through it. I said, "Don't disrespect me," like just the ramblings of like,
motherfucker, it's a door.
I made a
Use it.
mistake watching 22 Jump Street where they did slam poetry, and after that I decided that I wanted to do slam poetry every night for my wife. She
Oh, shit.
appreciated it
That's
for the
good.
first like 4 or 5 nights, and then
She seems like she would appreciate that.
she for a little while. But I usually do the same thing over and over till she stops appreciating it, and then I just switch to something else.
I'm waiting
so.
till Felice stops appreciating me showing up at home drunk. She hasn't stopped yet.
She won't.
No, she's gonna love that forever. The
She has
novelty
to.
never wears off.
the love of a drunk man is a hard thing to let go of.
Mostly because I won't let you.
Yep. It goes to show that it's really important to know how to use a twist tie. You know what I mean? Like, you never know when you're going to have to handcuff someone on the fly. They're small, compact, they fit in your fucking cargo pocket. If you're like me, you don't mind having a cargo pocket. It's 97 still. So,
Should always be 97.
97 till infinity.
You want to switch over to Acacia Street pants or Whitechapel? I don't
Or
even
are
know
we
which-
going to get some Jankos?
I get some Janko. I
There's
couldn't
nothing
afford them.
wrong with Jankos.
I was actually more of an Oshkosh guy in the 90s.
I actually have.
Beautiful.
I
know,
do have
yeah.
Zubaz presently,
Ooh.
and I appreciate them and try to spread the word as much as possible.
These days, I'm pretty much stoked on anything that has an elastic waistband.
Yeah. Anything that fits my carriage.
I feel like I wear the same clothing as a pregnant woman.
I never thought I'd appreciate a V-neck when I was a kid. Like, I remember looking at dudes wearing V-necks when I was like a teenager going, "You piece of shit." And now I'm the piece of shit that I hated when I was 15. Fucking I caught myself buying Brill cream at Walgreens because I didn't like the way the hair gel left dandruff in my hair. So now we're going to get into a song by the band Old Habits. I don't know who's in this band. Some guys. They got
Wait,
the Fighting Irish
Can
words.
can you scroll down? Because I love the comments on this video.
All right. I will scroll down for you.
Let's go down a little bit. Oh, there it is. This is a comment on the video "What's Yours" by our band Old Habits. Is well, congratulations, your band sucks. Honest feedback at its best. I appreciate that. Jim Steigerwald.
Jim Steigerwald is currently an apprentice at Riggins Bait and Tackle. They just trusted him to put the minnows into the live well for the fishermen in the morning. And we wish you luck in your life's goal to put seed into Bob's daughter's belly and to make progeny and to one day catch that 8-pounder. So, Steigerwald, we salute you.
Get her done.
And
Get her done.
just to let you know, you don't have to make some fun of someone's pants. Some people don't like a pant that is wasted with a belt. They want a rubber, an elastic, so don't tell the men their band sucks. Because you never know what chafing another man goes through.
We all chafe differently.
It's true.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's gonna get real in a minute.
Fine. It's funny, their pants are so tight that they can't do their ninja kicks very well. It's like funny to see their pants like totally fight against like.
Well, I bet you didn't know this about ninja culture. They all wore super tight jeans.
And they have big holes in their ears with this to them.
Eliminates wind resistance.
What we want! What we want! We steal what's yours! We steal what we need! We take what's yours! We steal what we want! What we want! We take what's yours! We steal what we need! We take what's yours!
We're 3 songs deep and some of you aren't getting it. There's a bunch of pricks up here waving their fists around. Maybe if you're not into that, you should relocate.
Gangsters and thugs.
Gangsters.
That
Did you go to the Suave Smooth show?
no, I avoid things like that.
Damn, I wanted to go to that one.
After meeting Stitches, I had enough with meeting rappers for a couple days.
No. I'm pretty
He
sure that
was-
Suave Smooth is a real rapper, though.
Yeah, he looks like one. Man, meeting that guy was funny. Like he didn't even know. Like I'm like, where are you going tomorrow on your tour? I don't know, no. And I'm like, come on, dude, you're white.
Has
You're-
he actually,
you're a
like,
19-year-old white person?
Has he finished any of his shows yet, or because
Who?
he just had a really bad run in Florida, and I hope he got out of state and things went better for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. Like me personally, oh look, right there.
There you go.
Stitches at propaganda.
It was I don't know. To me, it's fucking. I believe in expression, but I also believe in having an opinion about it. And to me, it's like fucking the people that go to his shows that are really into the message.
Yes.
Fucking make me want to fucking get more guns.
When he started talking about like, oh yeah, you know, if you're gonna sell coke to a pregnant bitch, I'll sell coke, and then like they started immediately pointing at this girl, she's fucking pregnant. I was
Well,
like,
I mean, I think you could see who was there because that was their idol, and who was there because it's
The novelty.
funny.
let's watch this fucking train
That's
wreck.
funny as fuck. And I figured it was going to go one of two ways. I figured it would either be I figured it was going to be a memorable experience, and he's either going to get really fucking huge, or he'll disappear in 4 months. But either way, I think it's a nice story to have, nice video to have
That
that
was a fun
they
show.
played downstairs. It was fun.
That was definitely a
yeah,
a
it was
show I
fun
would've-
for. Depends on anyone who was coming there to see a quality entertainment as far as how he was going to sound or anything like that. I think would have been disappointed, but his, like you said, his fans. There's real fans.
Yo, what up?
There you
Sweat
go.
free.
God.
I'm chilling. I'm wasted. I
Let's,
just did a show with some guy
see
that
this
loves selling
madness.
blow. I think he loves snorting blow.
He put that brick in our face.
There's needles.
Okay, so check me out. I was just at the Stitches concert,
It's
right?
a video, honey.
I brought these Gucci cards for him to sign. I'm one of his biggest fans, and he got mad at his BM and left. I paid $60 for meet and greet, and he just left me. That breaks my heart, Stitches. I wish you was more cooler to your fans, bruh. Straight up.
Hey, that's crazy,
More
dog.
cool.
All I
She is
wanted was
DTF.
a little
Look at
signature
those
on my skin. You know what I'm
tats.
saying? Talk about a brick in your face, man. I just wanted to signature on the scale, homie.
Where'd your
I
shirt
got-
go, bro?
got
I don't
brick
even
all
know.
over my vest.
But that's the beauty of
All
Lake
over
Worth,
my
man. You
shoes.
don't even need
Yeah,
a shirt
ruin the
to, you know,
Jays.
I
Honestly,
mean,
no one's
Ruin the
asking where his
Jays.
shirt is.
Ruin
Not
the
like work.
Jays.
no.
He got
We
flour
kinda
on my
mad at you, Stitches,
shoes.
bruh. You gotta make it up to us.
Oh, that one was a real gem as well.
Her father was never there.
I stayed my ass in
Yeah.
the door, and it was
Fucking
impossible
my
to not
mother
get
loves
kissed.
snorting blood.
I don't know if she knows
I'm
what
a
a father
fucking
is.
Coke baby, yo! Look at me. What you did to me, America? You're gonna fucking pay for this shit.
Dude, he's so fucked up. His eyes going crooked. Holy shit.
Does anybody know if there's any significance to the pinhead, or is it just they wanted to get a mask and they couldn't afford a different one? Or?
Oh, it was sitting on the. Dude, are you kidding me?
I think the significance, just marketing. Something memorable.
I wonder what, what's the,
I think that guy was like 12.
Pinhead. It's like pop-up video, but for assholes.
All right, enough. I just want to see it fall apart. Okay, no. I'm sorry. I need pre-altercation. I want to hear some music before I hear a girl screaming.
There's a theory running around that this part was staged. The whole ending falling apart, them running off stage and all that shit.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, he seems like he's running out of steam right there.
You gotta get your cardio right. You're supposed to be the coke guy. You should be able to. David Lee Roth would do 3 hours of Van Halen set and be like, "We haven't even done nothing yet." Making dolphin noises and shit.
Yeah, you could tell this is one of their first shows.
Police asked me shit. Is he like the real life Roxo the Fun Clown from fucking the cocaine rock and roll clown from Metalocalypse?
It's his cousin from the trailer park. Let me get 3 filthy bitches to snort drugs on stage.
Who wants to be immortalized?
Yo, this is my girl Cafeteria. This is my girl Chlamydia Champagne.
Yeah, baby.
I'll throw this dick in your face now. But what you gonna do with it?
You've been able to legally fuck Stitches for about a year now. Good for you, ladies. Good for you.
I wish he did grind time or something. I'd love to fucking battle rap him. His song is so ripe for just making fun of. Brick in your
I was
face.
gonna say which one.
They're all equally atrocious if you guys haven't checked out the inimitable Stitches.
Does he get high off his own supply? Probably not. I don't think he does.
He's a nice young boy.
Going to church on Sundays. Listen for his wife yelling at him, then she grabs him, he yells at her, then he just walks off stage to chase her. In the middle of performing?
Bum, 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 bum. I want to have a cocaine baby. I'm pregnant. Oh. You know it's bad when you got the Playboy Bunny tattooed fucking above your ass crack.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start at life.
Hey, baby. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. Fuck this shit. We done. Babe. 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 Hey, babe.
Don't you kind of expect this if you're married to Stitches?
Actually, I watched a Rick James performance from the 80s when I lived with Thomas and Justin. They took a 15-minute, he had to run off stage to do Cocaine Break, where it was just the drummer on stage keeping the beat and just smiling his fucking eyes out laughing. And in my head, I just tried to picture the scenario that was going on with Rick James in the back, just doing a mountain of cocaine by himself.
He like comes in the little trailer, give it to me, baby.
He was gone, no shit, fucking 15 minutes. That drummer
shit.
didn't break rhythm once.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Wait a minute. This is the fucking shit that we've been waiting for, okay?
This is a Maury Povich moment.
All right, this is for the kids at home. So asshole walks out. Go outside, asshole. Here we go. Erica, get your ass on her.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Stitches and propaganda is the first thing that comes up.
Yep.
No. Everybody stay.
Security's handling their business.
Hey man, just cool out, bro. Stupid humans.
Somebody just called for Mike.
Everybody stay the fuck back. I'm good. Hey, turn off that fucking camera, dog. Damn.
It's a shame. All these hip hop shows, like the fucking Web3 show where they had to call the cops because people were killing each other out front.
I heard
Hey,
about that.
Stitches, you know who it is. You know it's Morgan Baby Gucci. I was about to give you these, but hey, you can't
Morgan
get
Baby
those
Gucci.
now. Hope you make it up to me, Stitches. G shit. I'm kind of mad at you,
You bought that
Playboy.
vest with your EBT
Next
card,
time, if you got
bitch.
a jealous baby mama, don't bring her on tour. You feel me?
I don't feel
Straight
you.
like that.
Don't do that to your fans, homie. Real shit, one.
My name's Lucky Politis. I am used to be
This
a
guy,
Stitches fan.
this is really
Came
long,
here for the
this part.
hardcore show for Old Habits. Stitches was a perk. It's no
It's
longer a
not
perk.
bad. It's just really
Stitches
long.
was
Jesus.
I said that's an extra 15 minutes, it seems.
Yeah, he makes
Yeah,
some
another five,
funny
holy
points,
shit.
but yeah, it goes for a long time.
Dude, that's fucking bananas. Yeah, I'm glad
I'm tempted to, I gotta hear, what do you think about this Joyce Manor shit? Have you heard about this?
No, what's going on?
The band Joyce Manor, they play like kind of indie punk. They kicked the guy off stage for stage diving. He stage dived, normal kid. They stopped the entire show. They grabbed the kid, get up here, get up here. They fucking bullied him on stage. They're like, how much do you fucking weigh? How much do you weigh? It's like, we're like 180. He's like, yeah, see that girl right there? She don't want you fucking stomping on her face. It's like, you see in the video, he clearly jumps over everybody. He was crowd surfing, everything was fine. They stopped the show, fucking embarrassed this kid. They did it again, I guess, 2 nights ago. They instituted a no stage diving policy. They fucking pulled the kid up there and started arguing with him on stage. Fucking punk, indie, whatever the fuck kind of genre they are. There's videos of them stage diving off into their own crowd with basses and shit.
Same band.
Same fucking
I
band.
never heard of the band, which doesn't mean anything until
No.
a few days ago, just because I don't really pay attention to a lot of stuff. And yeah, when I saw the videos, it was pretty stupid.
Yeah. Stopping the crowd and fucking get everything like, oh, look at this. Let's go ahead and fucking yell at this guy's face.
Weren't they on tour with hardcore or punk bands?
I know they do a lot of stuff with the Fest.
Okay.
So they do play with a lot of bands like that, but just fucking whiners.
What's your story, Parker?
Was that?
Talking about like stage dive and all this stuff. I played a show with him came hell about, God, it had to be about 5 years ago at the pit off of Okeechobee in the Warehouse District. And it was run by this very prissy old white woman. And it had a husband and a wife. And they, the husband loved all the bands and all that stuff and all the ruckusness. And we played a show. It was With Him Came Hell, us, and the Broken Skies, and one other band. And the show started out being like 18 and over. I mean, 18. It was an 18 and below show. So, but we ended up going on later, like around like 12 o'clock. And before us was this With Him Came Hell. So as soon as we came on, it hit like 12 in the morning, and they effectively kicked out all our people who paid for the show. It was like $10. So we had like literally half our crowd leave because we were 18. And this woman, she has security there. And at first they were like telling them stop moshing and all this stuff. And then they started throwing people out and all this stuff. So Taylor and With Him Came Hell, in our band, we got pissed off. So during our shows, we just kept jumping up on our stage, and probably for all of our band members and all of us, we were big guys. We ended up breaking the stage. She ended up kicking out most of the crowd. It ended up to the point where she got so pissed off, she kicked out her own security guards and locked the doors. They didn't even get back in. Called the cops. She's trying to have us stop doing our show by just flicking on the lights. Like, that's going to stop us. But, yeah, I know. That's all it just made us have a light show. But it was the last time we ever played a show over there, man. It was fucking hilarious.
The real problem is that people are pussies and they're also feel entitled. And you put those two together and you have these people who have no business going to a fucking metal show, and then condemning everyone for enjoying themselves
100%.
at a fucking metal show. If you want to fucking go have tea time, go have fucking tea time. You know, fucking if you want to go see a jazz combo or fucking hear reggae, check out Rum Shack or fucking Havana, you know. You see fucking bunch of black t-shirts outside of fucking propaganda. Don't go in there. You know, you see a place called Creepy Tiki, stay the fuck away. I mean, fucking, you think that toilet's going to be somewhere where you want to fucking go rest the unit? It's not what you want. You don't need that kind of shit in your life. But that's the biggest thing is, like, fuck, I remember going to see Deicide, like, fucking back in, like, 1999, 2000, and motherfuckers put mouth guards in to fucking pit. And I was like, there's like another, you're like, I'm one of the big dudes that stands just on the rim of the pit that pushes people back and protects little girls. That is my position as a fat man going to metal shows. Because first of all, I'm not getting extra cardio if I don't need it, so I'm not running around the pit. Get the fuck out of here. All right? If someone brings me a calzone in the pit, we're fucking all good. You know, who's this for? For me. Bring it over. Let me sign that for you. I've eaten a calzone and had sex. So, like, fucking, that wouldn't be too far off. That was when I was with the little Jewish virgin girl. Once I took her virginity, like, anything was up for grabs. Because, like, when you take a girl's virginity, they, like, love, like, you could be like, I took a shit on your rug. It's just shit, you know? Until they cheat on you 2 years later when they're like, I'm going to sling this pussy around. I'm not going to waste it on this one dick and this one tongue. What the fuck is wrong with me? She went from walking upright to like dragging her knuckles around, fucking roaming around Lake Worth and Boynton Beach.
William Wallace screaming freedom at the end of fucking Braveheart.
I got a side note real quick. Back to the pit. Wasn't that place a titty bar after hours?
Club Aftermath.
So you think they'd have a little more?
It was like a 6:30.
They'd be a little more chill about stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry to sidetrack.
Like
while you were talking the whole time, I was thinking that.
That was like a more dangerous version of fucking Speakeasy after hours. That place was exclusively for strippers who can't get jobs and black dudes who want to sell them drugs.
Yeah, Speakeasy was pretty. Speakeasy was pretty sketchy once you hit 2 o'clock.
I was a spot of color at Club Aftermath. I was like, I am the whitest thing in this room. I can't be in here. I'm about to get
Aftermath is the one that was after.
It was the pit when they had shows, and then Aftermath after that, and that was not where I didn't belong there. Someone's like, "Oh, can you drive me here? I'll pay for a drink." I'm like, "Sure, I love drinks." I got there. I'm like, I don't need drinks that bad.
No.
See, I
should sober up and go to school.
I learned a lot about life at Speakeasy after 3 in the morning. Yeah. And one of the things that I've learned in my life and my experiences with Speakeasy, I did the Reckless Dames. I was the MC for them. That's how I
remember those ladies.
Started doing most of my stand-up material that I had then on that. And Ed would use us for security once in a blue moon, or fucking, he'd have me DJ once in a while. But I learned that, like, fucking, I thought De Niro was an actor, and I thought that, like, you know, I thought that Pacino and Tom Hanks, I thought these guys are actors. Michael Clark Duncan or whatever is the big black man, but, like, yeah. I thought he was an actor. But the best actors are at any bar where it's after 2 in the morning. And they could get someone to front them a fucking half an 8-ball. That's a real actor. You know, that's a fucking...
See that dude just slumped over the bar, and then he sees somebody walk in, he knows, and all of a sudden that guy's like straightening his tie, looking at his wristwatch. Oh, shit. Hey, man, how have you been? Oh, my God. I know, right? It's been so long.
Someone should have like a video documentary of things that happen there after 2, 3 in the morning.
Anytime I worked security there, which basically meant, hey, try and keep 4 guys from going to the bathroom at the same time.
Yes.
That was the funnest game in the world. Just knocking on the door. Guys, hello. Guys, you can't all be in there. We're almost done. I know, but I don't care.
I could still feel my cheekbones. Leave me the fuck alone.
It's like I'm trying to like kick a hornet's nest of fucking cokeheads out of a fucking bathroom. Like, please don't come out of here swinging. God damn it.
You know, fucking, you'd be like, dude, there's cameras in there. If you guys would have just drilled a little hole in the wall, put a little fucking lens there, even like just like
Yeah.
forget that shit. Then you get like the freaky one who's like, oh yeah, no, like fucking, you know, there's some girl in Lake Worth that would fucking take like one of the fucking used up fucking cardboard rolls inside the toilet paper and fuck herself with it for the camera.
Well, how many times have
It's
you walked
fucking Lake Worth.
in the female's bathroom? There would be shit on the walls. Like, ladies aren't doing that. What the fuck? How are you doing that?
How do you know ladies aren't doing that? Come on.
I'm just hopeful. I guess. I have
Come
to,
on.
I have to reserve.
Listen, I have to disagree with you on that one.
I got to reserve some kind of hope
There's
that
some
there is.
nasty ladies out there.
There's got to be a fairer gender, and I'm hoping that it is the ladies, because
Well, in general,
I can
it is.
imagine the speech before that shit on the wall. I don't give a fuck. I'll take a shit on the wall. You know, like, I don't take solid shits because I get fucked in my ass. Drink Faygo, motherfucker. That's what it do.
The only thing would have been better if they would have written you notes in it afterwards.
specifically to me.
For
That'd have
you,
been fucking
security
perfect.
guy. Like,
Hey, security guy, we did all the coke in here, and then I shit on the wall. Fuck you.
yeah.
Well, the bar back's cleaning it, so bye.
Yeah.
Yo, clean your cups better. This is from dysentery. Yeah, speakeasy is fucking. I've seen people get fucked on the stage. You like walk back there, some fucking skank with like Beetlejuice socks. You see the legs up in the air, fucking, and a lot of fucking facial hair everywhere.
Yep.
Different kinds, too. They had some wacky mustaches, some fun pork chop sideburns. Fucking
Listen, a lot of the facial hair trends make guys like us look bad. I've had a beard for a pretty long time.
Yeah, I've had a beard
And,
since 2010 when I got
I
out.
think probably the most annoying question now is if I have a beard because of Duck Dynasty.
If I hear Duck Dynasty,
Which,
I swear to Christ, if I go into a Walmart anywhere in America, I swear to Christ, I could be buying fucking a little girl's bicycle, and they'd be like, "Oh man, you must the beard.
Yep.
You look like fucking Dildo McShitface from Duck Dynasty,
yeah.
and you look like you didn't graduate high school." What? You getting shish?
Yeah, the guitar's coming through on the.
Oh, okay. I hate Duck Dynasty. I don't know what the fuck that is. It really about?
I actually don't hate it. I just hate the fact that it's the cool thing.
I don't understand it. It's
I don't-
It's guys with beards who make duck calls and they're millionaires.
When you're
It's the most ass
when you're
backwards
entertaining the
reality series.
masses, you don't necessarily need to come up with anything too crazy. It's just
No, but
something that
if it
catches
was-
on.
I just need to be. It has to be able to be summed up in a sentence for me to
Yeah.
digest it in my head. And if it is millionaires who make duck calls, I don't understand this country any more than I did an hour ago. But at least I can break that down in my head. And
Yeah, you gotta remember, most people aren't like us. People are
Stupid.
No, listen, people are very regular,
very
very
stupid. I just-
ordinary, and they're sitting at home, and all of a sudden, these dudes with beards and bird calls. I mean, that's interesting to a lot of people, which is sad.
If you buy your son a Duck Dynasty hat and go, oh, you're like the guy on TV, you're stupid.
my roommate.
Like if you fucking sit there, like I don't understand, like fucking, like how people will watch like seasons of The Housewives of New Jersey, like 15 minutes of that, and I'm already done.
I haven't seen that one yet.
You know what I mean? Like fucking, the things that they put out. I don't blame the cause of them, like Honey Boo Boo and shit, like or Toddlers and Tiaras. I blame the people that watch that shit and
Absolutely.
that aren't watching it, going, "What the fuck?" I've watched Toddlers and Tiaras a lot, and it's because I can't believe it.
Oh, yeah,
and the
that's pretty
moms
crazy.
are fucking psychotic, and like me, like deranged and psychotic, and like where I can't even figure out the fucking like train of logic that they're using. Like that gets me off. I want to fucking, so that's why I taught Candace how to smile ever since she was 3 months old. Big smiles, fucking ramming her fucking thumbs into the girl's cheeks. Come on, smile, honey, just like mama did before daddy hit us. Like fucking, like to me, it's like the fucking human condition and everything wrong with it gets paraded on TV. But then you get these
It's sad
idiots
because
who
it's
emulate it
reality
and think it's
TV,
cool.
but
Yeah.
it's like hyper reality. It's like this insane version of, because everyone lives day-to-day lives. We work 9 to 5. We have 40-hour work weeks. We do our own shit. And then you have people who have the time and energy to fucking fuck their kid's brain with, like, you're going to be out there and your physical appearance is going to make people love you and that'll never end. That'll never end. They're going to love you today. You know why? Because you can spin the baton, sweetie. You're going to spin it or they won't love you. Spin the baton. Spin the baton for love, sweetie. If you drop it, we won't love you. Spin the baton. It's like,
And remember to smile and wave at the
smile,
judges.
smile. It's like, holy shit, that's dark. I love that.
I just think it's amazing. Because, like, the thing is, like, I imagine, like, if there wasn't other human beings and I was alone, like, it would be like caveman. There would be nothing for me to derive knowledge from except for, like, I'd probably survive for a week if I was, like if I was just, like, a full-grown man, maybe 2 weeks. But as an infant, I'd make it at least a week. But a full-grown, like, you know, like, with no, like, it's just fucking bananas that some people can turn out one way and then fucking some people are in a completely different universe but living in the same physical reality. Yep. And it's like they like how anyone could sit there and be like fucking Dick Cheney, I think he's a swell guy. You know? There's people like, you know, Bill O'Reilly is, you could set a watch to his logic, you know what I mean? Like, I think about that shit and I'm like, what fucking realm of do you pull your fucking perception from?
It's great because I used to get caught up in those people and I used to try and argue with them. I used to like, not even like you're fucking wrong. I'd be like, please. I'd beg them. I'd be like, please listen to me. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. I'm gonna fucking explain this so slowly and so fucking break it down Barney style. I'm gonna explain to you why this is weird and insane. And now I'm just like, you're right. Whatever the fuck Bill O'Reilly, you know what? He should be president. You're fucking right. He's got the overseas knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
He had a TV show for a long time. You're right.
Current affairs.
Go ahead.
Did you ever get shot by those Halliburton showers? Remember?
What? Halliburton.
Yeah, Dick Cheney's group.
Yeah.
They installed showers inside bases, and soldiers were complaining because they were getting electrocuted.
No, I never got electrocuted, but I never had a warm shower. So.
What's your whole ordeal about the president not saluting with a coffee cup?
That's the stupidest fucking thing ever. People are trying to make it seem like he's like, oh my God, he's so disrespectful to the troops. He had a latte in his hand, and he's all right. First of all, the president doesn't have to salute anyone. That was started by Reagan in the '80s, and that's because Reagan didn't know that he didn't have to. Reagan was saluted, and he was like, I remember John Wayne did that shit. I'm gonna do it too.
Honey, I got the part. I'm the president.
I got the part.
No, shithead, you really are the president. I'm gonna build a Death Star. It's like,
Star Wars. I love this movie.
I don't see how people say he was a good president.
I honestly,
Who?
I don't know. I don't read enough about anything. I know that the presidents that I lived through in the since 2000 that I'm cognizant and aware of what's happening, those are the ones I know, and it's all been terrible. But yeah, if your whole thing is like, he fucking hates the troops, like, oh, why? Did he cut out VA spending by billions of dollars? Or did he fucking punch a dude in the face? Like, well, no, he did like a half-ass, like weird, like he was holding shit and he like did one of these things as a salute. It's like, oh, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
right, now, if they found the picture that you could find on Pirate Bay where Obama is squatting over the American flag and lifting up his ball sack and taking a liquid shit on the flag, it's a little disrespectful and people don't like that kind of shit.
I mean, it might be a little bit. He can do it though.
You know, but I believe in freedom of speech, even for Barack.
I would probably watch that video.
You know, I think it's crazy though that we would elect a guy whose middle name is Hussein.
Yes.
Right.
I think like right there, it's like conflict of interest. Run. It's like fucking, you know, and Obama
But you
sounds
know-
like an African Lex Luthor. I am Obama. You know, I'm here to bring terror
The
to the
Hussein
world.
part gave you knew that there was going to be ammo for
What's that
people
cunt?
talking shit for
Ann
the
Coulter
next.
calls him B. Hussein.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
shit.
fucking, you evil twat.
And Coulter, I'd love to see her get a train ran on her by like fucking a bunch of inner city youths with AIDS.
I would-
just fucking televise
I
that.
would want to see her get a train run on her by an actual train. I want to see her bent over a fucking desk in the middle of train tracks and two trains coming from either end and just smash into her fucking body.
That'd
But
be
you know, I'm different.
Can we
4th of July.
Can we throw Nancy Grace in there with her?
Fuck it. Yeah, we can throw anybody we
I
want in there.
can't
This is our
stand
this is
her.
our this is our fantasy. We can do this.
Yeah, I can't stand Nancy Grace.
or maybe like a fucking like a tub of starved sharks. and fucking then cover them in cow's blood and fucking throw them in there.
Not to backtrack at all, but I recently received a picture from my roommate, Nicole. She sent me a picture. I found you at Walmart, and it was a picture of one of the assholes from Duck Dynasty. So I took a picture of my dog's asshole. And I sent that to her. I said, look, I found you in my house. Gross. She didn't find that as funny.
I was going to say, what? And then what happened?
Oh, nothing. She goes, ha ha, that's gross. I'm like, yeah. And so is what you sent me.
That's a good way to shut people up.
Just show them a picture of my dog's asshole.
Yeah.
You should just keep it saved in the phone. That should be your default.
I'll make it my background.
Or you can just confuse people. Like, they text you something, just text them that back, and then don't respond for like 24 hours the whole time.
Oh, my God. Last night, I scared the fuck out of Felice. And if she's not watching this. She's a Halloween Hornet. She didn't give a fuck. We were bored outside of Creepy Tiki, and so we were drinking. And Garrett had this great idea. I guess he does this to his girl sometimes. He goes, he texts his girlfriend. He says, hey, babe, real quick, what side of the arm, what arm goes numb when you're having a heart attack? And then he doesn't respond to her.
Okay, that's good.
So I had to do it to Felice. I texted her. I'm like, hey,
That's
Daron,
good.
real quick, this is pretty important. What arm goes numb when you're having a heart attack? She immediately responded, I think it's the left. Why? Why? What happened? Why? What's going on? Lisa Ann says left too. Are you okay? And then she called immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna say if she didn't call you,
That's the
within
new
5
Mario
minutes,
test.
If you didn't call you, she didn't call you within 5 minutes, then there's
Well, she
a problem.
called within 2. She
Okay.
sent like 5 texts and then called.
I was gonna say that'd be a problem if she didn't
Dude,
call
I
you.
was laughing so fucking hard
That's
though.
pretty funny.
I couldn't form the shit. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I had to lie to her because I was like, if I tell her she's like heated up right now, I gotta wait for her to cool down on this. I'm like, no, we're having a spirited debate on which arm it is. And then I got home at 4 a.m. and she was trash. I'm like, we were fucking with you. It was hilarious. You.
Oh my
She
God.
was fine.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, anyone who's listening at home, text your loved one. Ask them what side of what arm goes numb when you have a heart attack.
Seriously, since fucking most cars have a little clicker to fucking open the locks and shit, the Mario test from A Bronx Tale is no longer fucking applicable. Like my car fucking has manual locks because I'm a G like that and I don't trust electronics at all. I don't even trust this laptop. Fucking. But seriously, like fucking, that's like the new way to know if your girl's a keeper or not. Fucking
She calls immediately.
If she calls him, if you don't hear from her for fucking 24 hours, or like good luck with that.
Hey,
He's doing it right now. Parker just texted.
You know what I was thinking too? That's if you're out there and you don't have a girlfriend, you want to try that on somebody.
See if they care.
You could call 911 and ask them the same question and then hang up. It's pretty funny.
No, I'm just wondering.
We're gonna get a fucking phone call. Like, I just did that and I'm being arrested now.
Not our problem. Play at your own risk.
Yeah, man. We're
there's
just here just pretending.
Is a disclaimer.
So, I like to talk about fucking strange things that have happened in life, and I like for everyone to
It's a good segue.
We're just starting this?
Yeah.
I thought, okay, we haven't done that yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like those kind of fucking moments, like fucking, like where you think
What'd
you
she
may
say?
end up dead or fucking may end up arrested.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I wanted to talk like fucking everyone's got a good drug story, like drug or alcohol story. Most of us have many of them. But I always like to hear one from the guests. I like to share one too. Fucking
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
would anyone like to take the floor?
Oh shit! I gotta think. I gotta.
Wait, I'll go first because mine's gonna be the least exciting.
All right,
but
all right.
it was pretty fucking scary.
All right.
I actually wasn't on any drugs, but we were on tour over in Europe with one of my bands, and
Which band? I gotta know.
I was Morning Again,
Awesome.
and we got to Italy, and basically they pulled us over, and they looked through our stuff. They took some stuff, and then they asked for some money, so we gave them some money.
Nice
Oh my
little bribe.
God.
So this is already getting pretty scary because they're taking stuff and taking money.
The bureaucracy works.
And then they just put us in a room for 8 hours. And that was probably the scariest thing. Because at that point in time, I could have disappeared.
What were the cops like? Were they hostile? Was it very cold?
They were the
like,
ones...
Did you have any idea, like, fucking what way it was going? Like, you know what I mean?
No,
they
they
spoke
listen,
English, or did
they-
they have like a trainer. Was it just like? Was there
they,
like?
I think maybe one of them spoke English. I think maybe our tour, like our guy driving us around on tour, maybe spoke Italian. It was pretty sketchy though. Like if you put things in perspective, like after you're in there for an hour, you don't really know if you're leaving. And honestly, there's no way anybody could find us. And knowing that at that point in time,
That was
probably,
before cell phones.
that's
and
pretty fucking scary. Like people, I mean, people knew that we played in Italy the day before, and we were going to wherever the next day. But other than that, nobody would have known where
Say
we
back
were.
then,
They could have
fucking-
taken us.
The Italian scene probably didn't have too much conversation with the other scenes, so they wouldn't have been like, "Hey,
No,
did Morty
dude.
again make it?"
No, I mean we could have. They could have taken us and put us somewhere and took all our stuff, and no one would have ever found us. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that people consider scary, but the fact that you're just out playing music and all of a sudden you could end up in a jail somewhere for the rest of your life, that's pretty fucking scary.
It's fucking scary as hell.
Especially being off of a home turf. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, it puts things in perspective real quick, and then when you're there for a long time, hours after hours, then you're just like, you realize how fucked you actually could be.
Do you ever think about like when it's gonna go from trying to put up with it to fucking going John Rambo and like fucking being like, I think I'm sick and like what, and crack someone's fucking neck or something like.
We were pretty outnumbered, and we were all vegan at the time, and
so you didn't have any protein. You weren't feeling too hot.
I mean, it's and you're in another country. There's probably a good 50 to 100 dudes with guns, and there's like us 5 or 6.
I'd like to think I would be like, "Oh, fuck that! I'd punch a cop," but then I'd be like, "Okay, if I'm cool for 5 more minutes," and I'd keep rationalizing it like that. I'd be like, "If I'm cool for 5 more minutes, I bet you we're out of this." And then 5-10 minutes would go by, and I'd be like, 5 more minutes.
It was the type of situation.
The struggle, the eternal struggle.
It'd be like 8 years. I'd be sitting there. I'm fucking got a beard down to my ankles. I'm like, 5 more fucking minutes, and then I'm gonna hit that guy right in his face. Right.
Then by the time you throw that punch, you're so fucking worn out.
Yeah.
I'm like into a daily routine of fucking in Italian prison.
Well, that was, like I said, that wasn't necessarily crazy or exciting, but it was scary.
That's
scary as
bananas.
hell. I'd be very concerned about that.
See, well, I had that point when I was like 17 years old, 16, where I went from straight A student, and I had that road to go on. Straight A student.
You hit the fork.
And then fucking you real big piece of shit. And so fucking I hit the fork. And I remember the day where I fucking figured out that like I went down the real big piece of shit, road before I had to segue back on the fucking, Okie Doke Street. So fucking my fork in the road was I'm sitting in fucking English class. And I sat behind the captain of the wrestling team at the school I went to. And he's just like this fucking... He looked like Richie Rich and fucking Lou Ferrigno had a kid. This huge Richie Rich looking guy. Like, I'm Guy Smiley. Like fucking... But like... I mean, he was like fucking... He looked like he was 35 at fucking 17 years old.
Maybe he was 35, just got held back a lot.
Well, he was living the life because we're in class one day and he goes, "You look like a big, strong guy." I'm like, "Great, this fucking guy is gay and he's going to overpower me and rape me in the fucking locker room."
You look strong.
You never change out for
He's
Jim.
gonna fuck me.
I'm hoping this is the actual story.
I'm going to give you the real deal.
Okay.
So so I'm thinking this guy's going to fucking butt fuck me in the shower in front of a fucking group of black kids at my high school going, oh, like one kid like, fuck his ass. Like, like some crazy like fucking, I'm like, dude, this sucks. So I'm like, I guess, I don't know. I don't like sports. I'm just fat, And he goes, "Can you lift shit?" So I'm like,
lift his dick?
And I'm like, lift what? And he's like, "Nah, I need help picking up some stuff. I got to do some work." So I go,
it's worse.
And I'm like, what vague terminology? He goes, "We'll go to the Pizza Hut buffet after we get everything squared away." And I'm like, am I gonna get raped for Pizza Hut buffet?
Maybe.
I'm like, no way. I'm like, dude. He's like, bro. He's like, I just need someone who can fucking lift something. And, dude, are you down? He's like, you're already wearing a sweater. I go, what does that matter? And now I'm putting it together. I'm like, this guy wants to go rob somebody. So now I got fucking I'm like, because you mentioned my sweater. We used to wear a black hoodie. No marks on it. There was no band on it.
Yeah.
So I had my black fucking Fruit of the Loom hoodie on. I'm like, oh, shit, this guy wants me to fucking do a B&E. So now, 4th hour is when we let out for lunch. So I'm in 4th hour, fucking, he's like, parking lot. We go past the school cop. I'm like, dude, we're not going to get past the fucking school cop, Like, I was used to, like, ditching through like the Underground Railroad, like fucking there's no one by the bus loop, fucking run for the fence like a Cuban swimming for the shore. You know what I mean? And so fucking I end up fucking with this kid. Ugh, my fucking brain's getting hammered. We're fucking getting way too fucked up. So we go by the cop, and the fucking cop just nods at us. And I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, oh, he knows my dad. He got fucking 2 crates of tomatoes. I go, what? He goes, my dad owns a tomato farm. And I go, what? And I'm thinking, this guy is fucking bullshitting me. They know I smoke weed or something. And I'm going to jail. This guy's a cop. He doesn't look like he's 35. So my brain the whole time, my paranoia from being such a stoner and fucking not doing such horrible things yet. So I'm fucking paranoid. We go in his truck. We're driving. We drive out into the fucking boonies. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, this guy owes me money. I'm just going to go in. He goes, there's a cooler in the bedroom. He goes, and like he went from like captain of the football team to like mobster. And not even like white kid acting black. Like fucking, he's talking with like a New York accent and shit. Like fucking, hey kid. Like fucking, he just got like all deep and shit. I'm like, okay. He's like, go grab the cooler and grab the cigar box. He goes, I got everything else. I go, what if there's people inside? And he fucking shows me a gun. And he's like, then I blow their fucking brains out. He's like, and then we have a fucking party. How about that? And I'm like, no, dude, I don't want to do this, bro. And he goes, oh, wait. He goes, this one motherfucker didn't pay me back. So on the way, he's like, we're going to go fucking rob someone else's house right now. I'm like, oh, God. So we get to the first house.
You can lift shit, though, right?
Yeah, that was, and so
that's the fucking
correlation. So fucking, that was the easiest job I ever got. So we go. He lifts up the garage door. The garage door is open. I'm like, this guy's a cop. I'm going to jail. It's like a school program or something for shithead kids. I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't dress out. I'm sorry I smell like weed every day.
Scared straight.
So I'm like fucking waiting for like, freeze, you fat fuck, like ready to go down. So he's like in one of the bedrooms. And he goes, you like music shit? He goes there, and there's like fucking, like I guess like the dad or one of the kids had like the band set up. So fucking we robbed a drum set, fucking guitars, amps. And he's like, go, move, you fat fuck. And he's like, go. And he's yelling at me. And I'm like, oh, God, Richie Rich is going to fucking kill me if I don't keep stealing things. And then he goes, grab the mattress. I go, why do I have to grab the mattress? And he's like, I'm just fucking with you. He's like, come on, we got to go. And I'm like, oh, my God. So, like, this guy's done this before, and I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I'm an inexperienced piece of shit. This is the apprenticeship. So we're leaving. I'm like, oh, God, we're going to jail. Oh, my God, we're going to get pulled over. Oh, my God. And he goes, calm down. I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, why the fuck did you do this? Why? I'm like, why me? Why? He goes, because you're the big guy in class. He's like, plus all those other kids have been in trouble before. He's like, no one's.
I've already got them busted.
He goes, no one's looking at me. My dad owns the fucking tomato farm, all right? And I got a 3.8.
They're looking at
no one's fucking looking at me. He's like, you still got a 4.0, right? You're just the quiet kid, right? You like poetry, right? I'm just like, oh, my God. He's fucking screaming at me. We pull up to this trailer out in just dirt. There's no other houses anywhere nearby, so I'm a little more calm, but there's a bunch of cars in the front, and I'm like, we're going to kill a family of Mexicans. I was like ready for it. I was ready for him to open the door and be like fucking, fucking blowing people's fucking brains. I'm like, dude, I'm going to hell. I'm like, I'm going to be an accessory to like the fucking genocide of 12 Mexican people. And so he goes, yo, knock, knock. He goes, Jose. And I'm like, oh, my God. He fucking kicks the door open.
It begins.
And he goes, cooler, cigar box, go. Come on, move it, tits. Move it, tits. And I'm like, oh, God. Fucking grabbing the cooler. I fucking grab the cigar box. I throw it in the car. I'm moving the fucking instruments around. Now, the adrenaline from the moment, I didn't feel the weight of the cooler. All right? I fucking was just focused on the job, so I grabbed this shit. I was like Flojo, jumping over the fucking little fucking trailer steps, fucking got in the house, grabbed the shit. I'm back in the truck. I'm waiting there. I'm like, hurry up. I'm like thinking, what else is he, stealing? He comes half out of the fucking door. I shit you not. He goes, yo, they had bacon on the stove. I made a BLT. You want one real quick? I go, are you fucking kidding me? He goes, nah, he's like, these fucking bean pickers. He's like, they left the whole plate of bacon. These wasteful fucks. He's like, if it was fucking tortas, he's like, fucking, there'd be nothing left. He's like, fucking, come on, have a sandwich. I go, just get in the fucking car. He goes, fuck you, I'm making you a sandwich. So I get in the fucking car. He gets in the car. I'm sitting there, and he gives me this sloppy BLT. He goes, eat it. And I'm like, I don't want to eat the stolen sandwich. I'm like, I didn't want to do any of this, bro. I'm like, dude, we're going to get pulled over and go to jail. I'm like, dude, there's probably a helicopter. He's like, bro, my dad owns the tomato farm. He goes, he's got fucking the PVSO in the pocket. He's like, we're the tomato people. He's like, if you're eating tomatoes, chances are you got them from my dad. And I'm like, your dad's the tomato dealer. Like fucking. So he starts laughing. He's like, yeah. He goes, I like you, tits. And I'm like, this motherfucker. So I'm like trying to think of something witty to like say back to him. So I call him Akhtar the caveman. And he goes, what? I go, because you're like a fucking testosterone-fueled psychopath that kicks doors down and wants to shoot Mexicans. He goes, I like that shit, Akhtar. He's like, fuck yeah. He's like, maybe if I fucking rape a bitch, I'll be like, Akhtar. And I'm like, this guy's out of his mind.
He probably will rape someone in his life.
So he pulls out a little
couple
fucking...
years now, so he's probably a rapist, yeah.
He pulls out a Pro Coke bag. You know the black limousine bag? Like fucking he gets it from the Pro dealer, not the fucking half-cut sandwich bag of half aspirin, half Coke. And he goes, do this with me. And I'm like, finally, something I want to do. So I fucking grab the bag and I'm fucking pounding bumps up my nose. He's like, yeah, do it up. He's like, I got like 20 more in my pocket. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, if we get pulled over.
We're the fucking tomato people.
So I'm like,
oh, tomatoes are code. Okay, I got it.
So he goes, where could we unload? I go, what do you mean? He goes, where's your house? I'm like, no way, dude. I'm like, no way. He's like, well, I can't go to my house. My dad owns a tomato farm. And so I'm like, this motherfucker. So I called like the scummiest kid I knew and was like, yo, bro. And he lived in this like seedy trailer park. I'm like, bro, I need to come by with some stuff. He's like, oh, you stole shit? And I'm like, I didn't steal anything. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, dude, come over to my house. I get one thing. He's like, you got to give me one cool thing. And I'm like, this motherfucker's already asking for shit. So fucking I go to his house. He goes, dude, he's like, did you rob like the jam room at like the studio or something? He's like, dude, where'd you get all this fucking gear from? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it, bro. And so we're loading this drum set in. We're loading these guitars. And I'm like, and he's like, bro, you can play this guitar on stage. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go on stage with like, and it's obviously like modded and has stickers and shit on it. I'm like, I don't want any of this shit. I'm like, I want it gone. I'm like, dude, I'll tell you what, if you pawn it, you can keep half of what you get. You just have to bring me the receipt, motherfucker. I don't trust you because you're the scummiest motherfucker. I called on my phone. So fucking Richie goes, give me the cigar box. And he's, dude, there's like 10 grand in cash in this cigar box. He goes, here's a little something for you. He throws me like $1,500. He goes, you can keep the cooler. So now the adrenaline's kind of worn down. I'd already been at the scummy kid's house for like an hour, pulled the fucking thing down. And it's a long fucking cooler, like a catering cooler that they would have just like tons of ice in. And I feel the weight of it. And I go, watch, there's like an arm or something in this fucking thing. Like, you know, this day couldn't get worse. And we take it inside and we fucking open it up and bricked to the top. Just weed. Just pot. Like, and we fucking, then we're like, we don't have a scale big enough to weigh all this. So we called the next scummiest kid that this guy knew. And then this kid wearing a baby blue FUBU tracksuit.
Nice.
White, skinny beanpole kid comes to the door and goes, y'all need my scale? You need a scale? I'm like, please keep saying, do we need the scale at the front door of the trailer? I'm like, get in here, you stupid fuck. And I grab him by his fucking suit. I go, and he had like a big ass food scale. It was roughly 24 fucking pounds. And he goes, ha, ha, ha. He goes, I can sell all that in a month. And I'm like, all right, I got, you know, fucking, I don't have to do anything. I can just give it to this scumbag. So fucking, what ends up happening is he comes back, he goes, a week later, and I made like, you know, I made good money off of his first week trying. And I was like, this is awesome. I'm like, the best thing I've ever done so far in my life was fucking listening to the fucking wrestling guy. I'm like, all right, I guess his dad owns a tomato farm. He can't be doing that bad. I'm like, so this is what you do in life. It's about who you know. So now I'm taking my dad's advice over my mom's life advice. True, yeah. And so I'm like, this rules. I'm like, I got money. I'm like, I bought a baby blue fucking tracksuit. I was feeling good. And so he goes, yo, I lost the weed. I go, what do you mean you lost the weed? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I lost it. I go, how do you lose that much weed? He goes, some guys came to my house. And I go, what do you mean some guys came to your house? He's like, yeah, they had a shotgun and they said, where's the weed? And I said, there. And I'm like, ah. I'm like, really? And he goes, to show you how real I am, look at my text message. And it was him asking another guy, yo, can you front me some weed? Because he didn't have any left. He's like, why would I need weed from him? And he's like, and I asked 6 people. I'm like, you're white. Stop talking like that, please. Like, fucking, this is a fucking serious situation right now. I'm like, I was going to retire with that money in the trailer next to the scumbag guy. Fucking, and buy his mom's Thunderbird, you know? I'm going to live like a fucking king. And so he ends up going, I'm sorry. So this is how I get my karma for the horrible things I did. Another group of fucking guys who knew that all this went down heard wrong from someone. They're like, the original scumbag guy, that's where all the drugs are. So we're sitting at his house, me and this one kid that lived, you know, was living there while the other guy was at school. The scummy guy was at school. I'm with this other scumbag. And fucking the window breaks, and then all of a sudden the house is fucking filled with dreadheads. Fucking put a gun up to my mouth and go, where the drugs? And I'm just like, little bag. I'm like, and he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, you guys already got it. Is the same one from down the road? And like, they're like, what? I'm like, we don't have any weed. And he's like, do you have any money? And I had like, you know, $3,000, you know, because there was no bank account that I could put that much money in. So I fucking had like $7,000 left at home, and I had $3,000 on me because I needed $3,000 to fucking be 17, you know, and live. And so fucking, I'm just like, and I knew if I didn't open my wallet, and I was gonna get shot in the fucking head because these guys had nothing better going on. It's like, yeah, I'll take life if I can get $3,000 off a motherfucker, you know. And so that's my drug story for the day. It's my weed story.
Why didn't they have any scales at the tomato farm?
I don't think I think he was using that because he was delusional about his father's powers.
He probably didn't want to bring stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because like he's name dropping his dad, but if his dad knew what he was doing, he'd probably fucking throw him in the wheat thresher. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like that.
He probably just wanted you to get the weed so he could pay somebody else to rob you later.
Wow.
Crack that fucking mystery right open.
But you want to know what though? No, because he fucking got us involved with another robbery after that.
That's fucking perfect. What's he up to these days? Get a hold of Akhtar.
Is he on Facebook?
You know what?
He's gotta be.
I haven't been able to find him.
Have you tried?
Yes, I have.
You should. This
Let's say,
guy.
let's
That's
find
what I'm thinking.
Let's find out what happened to old Akhtar. That sounds like a fucking
I feel
story
like
right
we
there.
could. Yeah,
We need
I would
closure
like
on
to
this.
see
We need to
where-
find out where Akhtar went.
We need to dig
I don't
him
know
the
how
fuck
things-
up.
Where's that
Usually-
fucking tomato farm? Let's get that
I
shit
don't know how
going.
things usually work on this show, but you can't just not tell us what he's doing now.
Where are they now?
I wish I had a follow up to Richie. I really wish like
Well, let's
We'll
keep
work on
that
that
as
for
a
next week.
tentative
That's
for next time.
it's
or-
remembering his last name that's gonna drive me bananas.
Well, let's look in a fucking tomato farm.
You got the
find out where
internet. You
grew
could
up.
always go
Maybe
to
look
the
up
school history.
That's what I'm thinking.
Shit.
We'll get a hold of
Find this
fucking
guy.
Akhtar.
I bet you if I could find someone who has the yearbook,
Yeah.
There you go.
that might be
Libraries have yearbooks.
feasible. Yeah. Oh God, fucking when another time he was like, "Yo, you want to rob a coke dealer?" But by this time, I already went down the road. I was like, "Yeah, well," you know, like,
Sure, fuck
like a casual question, like, you know, you want to go to the pool for a little bit and lay down? Yeah. And like fucking, with like, it was such a short-lived career of being shitty. It's like fucking, because that one ended up so bad.
Yeah.
One of the kids that was supposed to go in with him started crying in the middle of it. And fucking dude turns around and goes, "You don't cry when you're robbing someone, you asshole. Stand outside. Stand outside." So like, whoever was living in this apartment complex, there's a kid standing outside with a black mask going, and 2 other guys in there like the Foot Clan from the Ninja Turtles. We need to get back to the arcade. Play Skate or Die. Hurry up. They dropped the safe in the lake. They got the guy's safe. And the one kid that was crying is going, "In my arms." And like, who brought this guy? It's like bringing Steve Urkel to go
It's like
fucking-
take your kid to work day. Jesus Christ.
Oh, in the car, he was crying, and they were both fucking beating the shit out of him in the back seat. They're like, fucking, my arms hurt. My arms hurt. You had to do one thing. We even let you stand outside to try to get it out. And they were fucking smacking him around. And I'm like, that's one of those moments where I'm like, thank God I'm the fat guy. Because they just asked me to drive someone else's car. I'm like, all right. That's fucking
Hey,
feasible.
Parker, can you get me one of those beers?
But not one of
Make it
those
two if
beers.
you can.
Throwing stuff in lakes is kind of fun.
It is fun. I love doing that. That was my favorite. I grew up on Sea Road. I lived out there for a long time, and that was like what I would do is get rocks and throw them in. Beautiful. I will take both of these creatures.
Well, I think Billy owes us a story.
I do. I was
And
thinking about
as
that. That was a fucking amazing story. I don't think I can top that, but I once beat a kid up over Twilight.
I like Twilight.
I've only seen the Riff Tracks version where they make fun of it.
Yes.
I've only seen that version, but I didn't enjoy that either. But
No?
I did savagely beat someone in front of his wife over the movie Twilight.
And
It was, I had gotten back from Iraq in January, advance party, and this was 2009, January. And when you get back after like a year-long deployment, you think you can drink because you used to drink real well. But the truth is you can't drink that well because you took a year off of drinking. I was about 190 pounds of just like little pit bull muscle. I was like just fucking jacked and testosteroned out, like just a raging lunatic. And they had a little coming home party. They're like, oh, come on, everybody. You know, the whole advance party, all 30 of us, we're going to have our families there. And I'm like, well, I don't have a family, so I'll bring beer. And so I brought like 4 6-packs of Flying Dog Ale. And I was like, I'm going to drink all this fucking beer. I'm going to have a great night. And everyone's like, oh, welcome home. I remember my first deployment. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, story time. And I'm like, drinking time. And these folks show up, this guy and his wife. I'll never forget. I'm like, you know, he walks in the door. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm Billy. He goes, I'm fucking Corporal so-and-so with this unit, this, and it goes off and lists his rank and all that shit. And immediately I'm like, nah, I don't like this fucking. Yeah. I was like, I was super into being in the military, but I was not like, oh, you fucking trip. Here's my rank. And no, relax.
Let's have a beer.
Yeah, we're drinking now. This isn't work time. So I hated that guy right off the bat and his paunchy, sad wife. He did the military thing where he got in at 19 and then married at 20, and then just regretted every moment after that, which is, you know, pretty recurring. And if you did that and you're watching, you shouldn't have done that. That was a poor decision. So we're drinking, we're hanging out, and then the owner of the house walks over, and he says, I guess this guy had been walking around the party kind of hitting casually on the wives of the guys that were there. Like saying shit like, oh, when's he going on deployment next? Oh, it's okay. I'll come and take care of your house. Like right in front of his wife, too. So he walks over like, someone needs to hit that motherfucker. Like, I immediately, I'm like, hold my glasses.
Oh, shit.
But the way I work is I can't just walk up and hit this guy. Because that's just blatant. I have to have some sort of, like, say something I don't agree with. Even if that's not true. So I come up, and they're like, he's sitting there with his wife, and I'm like, what's going on, guys? How's the party going? Are you guys having fun? Like, oh, yeah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, man, you know, I haven't caught up on any of the movies that are out. Like, what's going on? You guys seen this Twilight shit? It's really popular right now. Oh, yeah, Twilight, werewolves, vampires. I'm like, words. I get it. I'm in. I bet she loves that stuff, right? What do you think about it? And he's like, oh, she fucking loves it. I hate Twilight. I go, what? I clocked him right in front of his fucking fat piece of shit wife. I hit him so hard he fell backwards, and I just grabbed his shirt, wrapped it around my fist, and just started going to town on him. Turns out it knocked out about 2 of his teeth, and I bloodied the shit out of him. His wife started screaming,
Oh, my
stop,
God.
stop. And she, like, I get up, and I realize, like, oh, I fucked up. The whole party stopped. Everyone's like, holy shit, there's a violence happening.
Yeah, that's when you yell, he tried to kiss me. All right? And then no one's going to look. They'll be like, oh, shit. You know, but just fucking, you know, he tried to kiss me. Like,
No,
oh.
I will not make out with you.
Well, I panicked, and so I did the thing I always do when I panic. I'm like, run! And, like, his wife tries to get in the way, and I have to fucking shove her fat ass out of my way, which, you know, threw my back out a bit.
Should have threw a hot dog.
Get it! I run outside, and they're like, I get a text from my buddies, like, they're calling the cops right now, PMO, because we're on base housing. Like, PMO is on their way here. They're going to try and arrest you. I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm not getting arrested. I'm going to run more. So I do the super adult thing. It was on Camp Pendleton, which is like in the middle of the woods. I run into the woods, blind drunk. Like I said, I thought I could drink.
The
When
Nightcrawler.
you take a year off of drinking, and then you dive back in with that same veracity, You can't drink. That's not a good idea. So I was drunk as fuck in the woods by myself, just fucking lost. Like eventually,
That should be his shirt.
what's that?
That should be his shirt. That whole saying. I was drunk as fuck in the woods. And I
Fucking
was
lost. I called my buddy. I'm like, dude, what's going on? He's like, PMO showed up. The kid's real fucked up. They want to press charges on you. PMO's looking for you. I'm like, fuck. What should I do? And he's like, all right, what we'll do is, we'll have you call the PMO, the cops. You explain your side of shit. Where are you right now? And I'm like, I'm in the woods. They go, okay, can you come to us? I'm like, I don't know where I'm at in the woods. He's like, what do you see? I'm like, fucking trees. I see fucking trees. He's like, okay. Where road did you get off? I'm like, I didn't check a road sign, man. I ran into the woods. He's like, okay, so you're lost in the woods. I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, call PMO. If they need to, they'll get a helicopter and they'll find you. And in my head, I'm just like, this is exactly how I wanted to come back to the United States of America. I'm like, yeah. Oh, well, how was coming home? Like, oh, I was good till I beat a kid up over a movie I've never seen. And then I got lost in the woods and they had to get a helicopter to find me like a lost hiker. They're just going to find me in the fetal position, shitting my pants and crying.
I did bad.
I fucked up. Hello. So they give me the number for PMO. I call them up. And it's like, oh, this is Staff Sergeant so-and-so, PMO. I'm like, hi. Hello. I guess you guys are looking for him. And they go, okay, can I get your name and why we're looking for you? I'm like, my name's Corporal Hart. I hit a guy at a party. And they're like, okay, excellent. You want to go ahead and give me your side of things? I'm like, sure, I'll give you my side of things. I went ahead and I explained. I'm like, well, the guy was like, he was a douche and I didn't like him. And that wasn't enough. So he fucking went ahead and he said a bunch of dumb shit to the wives of the party, like asking when the husbands are deploying. He goes, what? What the fuck did he say? I'm like, he was asking when the husbands are going to deploy so he could go over and help them out with shit around the house. He goes, really? I go, yeah. So I hit him. He goes, huh. And I hear, like, paper being torn up. And he goes, well, I don't know who you are, but I'll tell you now, if you hang up this phone right now, we don't have any record of this conversation. And I'm so drunk, I'm like, yeah, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, like, right now. What are you talking about?
Bro, arrest me, bro. I did bad. Come on, bro.
Send a helicopter. Come on. I want
to live, man.
I need help. I'm lost and drunk in the woods. And he's like, no, you don't understand. If you hang up the phone right now, PMO will never find you, and this will just be something that happened on base that no one knows about. I'm like, didn't they have like a description? They said that you were like 6 foot tall, covered in tattoos. I'm like,
yeah.
I am not even close to that. I'm 5'7". So he basically broke it down. I hung up the phone. I just called my buddy back. I'm like, look, don't talk to the cops. Don't talk to anybody. Just drive near the woods and yell my name as much as you can. No sooner than I had said that, I hear, Billy! Oh, shit, they're right over there. I was literally like maybe 30 feet away from where I had originally been. I was right at the edge of the woods the entire fucking time. Not as interesting as yours, definitely, but I did knock a person out over Twilight. His wife turned out to be a dentist, though, so that kind of
helped him out.
Yeah, he got free teeth.
I still want to see the guy's Facebook that his dad owns a tomato farm. I'm still kind of hung up on that. I told you before I have some OCD shit sometimes, and
see, that's the thing.
I really want to see what this guy looks like.
With the way it seemed to be working, was that in Florida or was that up in?
That was here.
Tomato farm. That would be so easy to find, though. We could totally. What year?
There's one like Hypoluxo and Turnpike around there.
There's only like 3 in this whole like area.
That's the one.
But I don't want to talk about that.
Just kidding.
We're gonna find this out on our own time.
Wow, I don't know how I just pulled that one out of nowhere. That was a weird coincidence, but anyways.
There's not a lot of tomato.
Yeah,
there's only 3.
Could be any tomato farm. There's tons of them.
Let me see if I can fucking find him. Please hold.
We're gonna try and find a tomato farm.
Yeah, it's turned into this motherfucker.
You get the last name off the farm, I bet. This is like some fucking investigative journal type shit.
All right. I swear, man, this is fucking bananas.
He's gonna knock on your door tonight. This guy's gonna be like, I fucking told you my dad owns a tomato farm, you motherfucker. You couldn't leave it alone.
You know who might know?
Nope.
That's right. You don't, motherfucker. No, I'm gonna get in touch with my buddy Travis because he remembers things because he was the only kid that didn't smoke pot that hung out with us. So he's our official rememberer of high school.
Did he keep a journal?
He might have. He was that kind of guy.
You always need that little emo friend that keeps a journal.
Hello. Hold on. I have strange things happening.
Strange things, everything all right?
Everything's fine. I get like fucking some crazy text and someone's like, yo, this is Ray Ray. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, you think you got the wrong
Ray
number?
Ray?
Like, where's Shannon? Is she in jail? Like,
Got some background music.
oh, girl. God damn. You just lay that down? Did you just lay that down? Did they just lay that down? That sounds good as fuck, man. Shit. Had my toe tapping and my tip twitching. Kevin Sorbo is a hardcore crazy Christian, and so is Chuck Norris.
Chuck
Why?
Norris is deaf. Have you seen the video of Chuck Norris talking about if President Obama gets elected again, there'll be 1,000 years of darkness?
No. Oh, my God.
What?
That is a real fucking thing. He put out an ad, him and his wife, where it's him sitting down, and he's just like, you know, we're
There
living
you
in
go.
dark times right now.
Right? That shit popped right up.
Are you ready?
I don't fuck around when it comes to
I haven't
crazy
seen
people.
it. Listen, obviously people are searching for it.
There it is. It's a dire warning for America. That's him.
Which one?
That one right there with Chuck Norris's fucking face. Yes.
I
This is
don't-
like this is during the election.
Hi,
oh,
I'm
it's
Chuck
standing.
Norris,
Okay.
And this is my wife, Gina. We are here to talk about a growing concern we
I
all
love this.
share. If we look to history, our great country and freedom are under
great
attack.
cunt.
We're at a tipping
Tree.
point, and quite possibly our country as we know it may be lost forever
Notice all the
if we don't
cruddy
change
outfits.
the course our country is headed.
With our
Strategically
country
placed.
at a crossroads, Chuck and I have asked ourselves what we can be doing to help support this great country
gotta
we're
ask the
blessed
advice
to
of
live
somebody
in,
named Chuck,
and
you're
how we
fucked
can
up.
encourage our like-minded American brothers and sisters to unite and let their voices be heard. It is estimated that in the 2008 election, 30 million evangelical Christians stayed home on voting day, and Obama won the election by 10 million votes.
We know you love your family and your freedom as much as Gina and I do. And it is because of that we can no longer sit quietly or stand on the sidelines
Is this
and watch
real?
our country go
This
the
is not
way
a
of
joke.
socialism or something much worse.
Yes.
Our only hope is for each of us to make sure we have
getting
not only
crazier.
registered to vote in the primary and the
ramping
general
up.
elections for
ramping up.
2012, but to make sure our voices will be heard by casting our vote on Election Day.
As Edmund Burke said, all that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men and women do nothing. Our great president, Ronald Reagan,
didn't
said,
say women. He
freedom
added that
is
in
never
there for
more
his
than
wife."
one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same.
President Reagan went on to say that you and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We will preserve for our children this last best hope for man on earth, or we will sentence them to take the first step into 1,000 years of darkness. If we fail, at least let our children and our children's children say of us, we justified our brief moment here. We did all that could be done.
Please stand with us. Let's unite for God and country, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. See you at the polls. Thank you.
Oh, that wasn't the fucking crazy people one, though. There was one where he was like, you know, based off of this election, there may or may not, it was like 1,000 years of darkness will reign.
You do got to admit one thing.
What's that?
There's at least 1% of you that wants to believe anything he says because he's Chuck Norris.
Actually, no, I lost a lot of that faith in him when that video came out.
See, I didn't see that video, so I still...
I think they took it off. I think fucking Norris knew it was insane and he took it off.
They had, I think it was 2007, Chuck Norris visited the Marines in Al-Assad Air Base in
Chuck Norris
Iraq.
is threatening 1,000 years of darkness if President Obama wins. Now, of course, Chuck Norris is a political expert and also a geologist and also a climatologist, so he would know exactly what would happen based on different people winning elections. Let's take a look at this incredible video he put together with his wife. It's disturbing, it's disgusting, it's nonsense. Who cares about Chuck Norris? Yet for some reason, Republicans seem to like this guy. Once I turned on the Sean Hannity show, and sitting in for Sean Hannity was Chuck Norris, Lewis. Unbelievable.
He's great because he's one of the few Hollywood conservatives who is out and in your face about it.
Out in the sense of out in the public, not a gay Hollywood conservative.
Right.
Okay, let's take a listen to this.
Yes, we need to clarify that.
Hi, I'm Chuck Norris, and this is my wife, Gina.
They said 1,000
We
years.
are here to talk about a growing concern we all share. If we look to history,
I think it's
our
pretty
great
bold that he
country
assumes that we're
and freedom
all worried about
are under
that.
attack.
Yeah.
We're at a tipping point, and quite possibly our country as we know it may be lost forever if we don't
Can you hear
change
them
the
laughing in
course
the
our
background?
country is headed.
With our country at a crossroads, Chuck and I have
Pac-Man?
asked ourselves what we can be doing
If
to help
President
support
Obama
this
was
great
reelected
country
in
we're blessed to
2008,
live in, and how
your
we can
babies will be
encourage
raped
our
by devils.
like-minded American brothers and sisters to unite
Do you
and
want
let
your
their
babies to be
voices
raped
be
by
heard.
devils?
It is estimated
Ask
that
yourself
in the
honestly.
2008 election, 30 million evangelical Christians stayed home on voting day, and Obama
The most
won the
terrifying
election
thing that
by
she just
10
said was that there's
million
30
votes.
million
We know you love
evangelical
your
Christians
family
in
and your
America.
freedom as much as
probably
Gina and
right.
I do.
I don't doubt that.
And it
but
is
that's a
because of
terrible- that's
that
10%
we
of
can
the
no longer
population right
sit
there.
quietly
I think
or
it's much
stand on
higher.
the sidelines
I would say
and
so.
watch our
Has
country
to
go
be.
the way
I
of
mean,
socialism.
Just drive
or
around the
something
country
much
one
worse.
time.
Okay, so
I don't want to.
Well, for starters,
I hate leaving
unfortunately, the
Florida.
popular vote
I hate
doesn't
leaving
win
my
you the
bubble.
election.
Number one. Number two, they both seem to be having a lot of trouble with this script. Maybe
does
it's
have Vlogging
written
Molly
at,
shirt
we were
on.
talking about the Flesh
Does he?
Kincaid
Pac-Man's,
reading of Fleisch.
buddy.
What was it?
His
The
buddy?
Flesh Kincaid reading level. A little too high, maybe, for Chuck Norris and his wife's
I
own
don't
good.
need your opinions, Pac-Man.
That guy's pretty mad without looking mad.
I'd be mad if I,
I
had
don't
that
like.
haircut
See,
too.
I hate
This poor
anything
guy.
like I hate anything super right wing, but I also hate I hate people like this who have the time to do this sort of shit. It's
Yeah.
like, what exactly do you do 9 to 5 that you get time to do this?
Thank you.
What do you do?
Not much. Not much. No, I need to fucking. I was being a stay-at-home dad up until recently.
Yeah, I saw those posts. I didn't want to ask about that. That's,
I didn't. I don't get to go on Facebook and actually look at stuff too often. But what happened?
Oh no,
Unless-
I had to fucking kick my my girl out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
So she was living with you.
Got it.
well, yeah, she lived with me.
Fuck.
And no, she has a bad alcohol problem, and she has 2 kids, and she has no passion for anything in life, and unless she's drinking. And
Wow, those are the worst.
and fucking, she's already fucking.
I don't expect you to love me though. That's okay. I don't require love.
No, they just when the kids aren't a priority and you abandon your
Ah,
kids
yeah.
to deal with your
Yep.
bullshit.
That's fucked.
I never was like that. Like I always fucking had a clear distinction in my life of when I wanted to be a shithead, and if a girl wanted to date or something, or like if I was hanging out with someone and she's like, I really like you, or I'd be like, yo, I want to do blow and fucking like try to like coax my dick out of its like shell, like coke shell, scared, and try to jerk off at 3 in the morning. I'm not trying to have a girlfriend right now. Like, I'm trying to jam and fucking do blow.
You were totally about it. You adapted the whole dad lifestyle. Like you were fucking in that.
Well, because I saw the kids had a guy that was beating them and on Roxy's,
Yeah.
or a mom who fucking was about as glad to see them as I'd be glad to have a hole in my fucking neck, you know? Like, so, she never, like, scooped them up and was kissing them or, like, fucking really got down and played with them, but she, like, take a selfie with the kids and then fucking
Facebook mom.
And then go back to fucking, you know, and so... You know, I get on the floor. I taught them left and right. I taught them how to dress themselves, how to wash themselves. Fucking, they had their first tacos, made pizzas and shit.
Wow.
So I did like real dad shit because she said if I had to stay at home with them, I'd go fucking nuts. So I was like, well, daycare's gonna run out, and I'm not gonna get a job for a month somewhere, and then be like, I gotta go watch kids. So I said, fine, you go do your thing. I gig on the weekends and stuff, and I DJ weddings. So I do make, money, and like I was making as much doing that as she was at this 40-hour-a-week job. And the kids were losing out. Any free time she had, it was all for her, and she wasn't happy or excited about it. Like, just the fact that we would...
Well, maybe wasn't ready for kids yet.
Oh, totally. She already had, 2 taken away by the state.
Wow.
God damn.
So, these are the things that you find out after you've already, like, gotten with them and have feelings.
Yeah, of course.
And, you try to see past that and think that people could change. But I think one of the funniest things I've ever heard is a shit leopard doesn't change its shit spots.
Yep.
Definitely heard that.
So, you get pussy blind. And, like, you fucking, people... That's why I always say be as real as possible. Like, even if you're just bullshitting with someone at the bank, like, fucking, I'll be like, yo, I scratched my undercarriage and sniffed it in the car. It smells good today. I fucking use the dial under there if I kill all that bacteria. Fucking, I'll be real with a motherfucker. And the thing is, like, you know where you stand. And I think too many people put on a face, like, first impressions. It's like, no, the lasting impression, who you really are is going to determine what people stick in your life.
That fucking nice little first 2 minutes that lasts for so long, but then... The fucking stink and decay shows through all that fucking veneer.
Yep.
So, that's why, like, fucking, I was talking about the snail shell with the Squinjil. You put all your time into fucking, making the house look good, but there's no furniture inside. You didn't turn the electric on and the fucking water don't work. So to me, it's like, take care of fucking what kind of person you want to be first before you go out and, even work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, keep yourself healthy, but, like... You shouldn't be worrying about what tattoo you're going to get next when you haven't bought your kid a toy in 9 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking, those kids were with a junkie that was beating them, and I'd buy them a toy every week. Each of them, like, he was a boy, she was a girl, they're twins. So I had to buy them one, and, like,
you gotta get them both at the same time, otherwise it's fucking, why did you get something?
Well, I taught them how to, that was another thing I taught them, is sometimes you're going to get something, sometimes you got to deal with it. And they they learn a lot of, like, they used to throw tantrums and act nuts. And they still would once in a while for everyone else, but not with me. Fucking, like, because I spend time with them and they just kind of fucking, they knew if they, like, I was like old black mama. I'm like, you better shut that mouth. They'd be like, oh shit. Like, because everyone else was either like, too passive or just screaming at them and scaring them worse. So I was like in the middle where they're like, they like knew, like, I went from smiling to like say it again. Fucking, they just knew. Like, my mom's trying to get the little girl to fucking chill and not do something, and she's not listening. This is in front of, like, fucking 20 people at my house at, like, a fucking barbecue. I go, you need to go chill in your room. She just gets down off her seat and just goes in the room. Like, who could do that with a fucking, a 3-year-old?
I dig that. I have friends who do that. They have, like, they understand it's almost like a military type of mentality. Like, it's like, no, now. Like, oh, daddy's like, adults are talking. They go back in a conversation. Daddy's, go away. Go to your room now. Now, you just fucked up. You lost the privilege. It's like, damn, you kidding? You just turn around like, okay. Walk right away. I'm like, and then I see other people that's like, Daddy, throwing shit, fucking breaking the fucking TV. I'm like, how do you fucking not drown your kid in a tub?
Guys, that's prison. Prosper. So, it's just fucking, the thing was is like once I saw how the kids were living, dude, they had a cough for a month, and I'm like, I'm not gonna tell this girl and her fucking ex how to parent. Until I'm like, these kids have had a cough for a month. Which one of you assholes is gonna go to the doctor? Well, I can't find their ID cards for the insurance. I go, are you fucking crazy? I go, are you fucking nuts? I'm like, but you know what? I figured this out. If you've already lost 2 kids and your whole life has been chaos, like your mother was a junkie, your father was a junkie, you had, witnessed sexual abuse, like all different kinds of crazy shit, and then you're in abusive relationships your whole life, it's like once you lose those 2 kids and you've had the shit beaten out of you, it's like I'm sure you're just detached. And I think that was like the main thing is she's just like feels like, well, even if I do my best, I'm gonna end up losing them anyhow. Even if I return his love, he's gonna leave me for some reason. So why try? And that was like the real thing. Like she, I'm telling the final straw was really like, I was just asking her, I'm like, yo, do you really want to do this? Because I'm giving up my life to raise your kids, and I'll gladly give that to you if I know you're 100% in it. And like, and she's just like, I don't have to answer that.
You kind of do.
And it's like, you're living in my fucking...
Actually, I think she just did.
Yeah.
And so when I
don't have to answer that. Well,
and then when
the answer's solidified then, isn't it?
And then she fucking leaves her kids with me all day. Wow. All right? Then she doesn't come home.
The fuck
and
is
it tells
this?
me at 3 in the morning fucking
boy.
where she's at. So I told her, you can't, do this. You can't get fucked up because you don't like what reality is and then dump your kids on other people. I go, I'm going to bring the kids to you because she was at her girlfriend's house where the kids stay anyhow. She wouldn't even open the door for her own kids.
Wow.
So now I got the 2 of them fucking crying. Why doesn't mommy want us? And the little girl goes, mommy always goes away. And I'm like, what the fuck? So now I start fucking crying. So I go with them. So I bring them back to my house and I, laid on the floor till they fell asleep and was reading them stories and shit so they chill. And then in the morning, I stood up all night. I didn't sleep for 40 hours last weekend. I fucking packed all her shit up and their shit in fucking 40 minutes at 5 in the morning. Wow. Like a lunatic. Like fucking just got it all. And then like the next day she comes, walks in the house, no eye contact, nothing, won't talk, no nothing.
Detached, shut down.
And then the kids go, Mommy, how come you didn't open the door for us? Any person that's connected to their heart, even in the littlest bit of the sense, would have got choked up knowing that you let your kid down like that. And just nothing. And so, fucking like, but the thing is like, I didn't really come out and say anything to the world. I just kind of, I have my thoughts on it. Fucking, there's little bits and pieces, but I'm obviously not afraid to talk about that. Like, I'm pretty raw about what I'll divulge. And I just really fucking, hope those kids don't grow up to be like either one of their parents. Because, why, you're bringing life into this world. It's not, they're not like a dog or a doll or, a Sims. Like, it's a real, it's a fucking real person. And
I just said eventually these people turn into people. I mean, right now the kids, so they can be pretty much malleable. You can forget shit as a kid, but you turn into a person, all that shit that you fucking saw becomes solid, and that's your reality.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, if that's what you're around for the first 12, 16 years of your life, you're going to be fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you might have a 1 or 2% chance of not being totally fucked up, but unfortunately, if that's all you know, that's what reality is.
That's your
like,
fucking baseline for life.
There's no, if anything's different, good or bad, it's different. It's not right.
It's crazy how, like, she went, she would always ask me, like, fucking, why are you so stressed out? Why are you depressed or this or that? And I'd be like, look, I'm like, you went from fucking craziness to insanity, and then you come to live in my house, which is chill, and it's the nicest place you've ever been in. And when I saw that your kids are getting, knocked around and the power was going out at this asshole's house, I said, let's bring the kids in. I'm like, fucking, I gave you fucking a home for your kids and family. Gave them a dad. And fucking, like, no thanks, no, like, it's funny.
Just saw as an opportunity to fucking drop the kids off at daycare.
Yeah, I was a glorified fucking babysitter that got fucked once in a while. you know, and like fucking, you know. But it's funny because God works in mysterious ways. Because then fucking, you know, the minute I break up with her, fucking, they start rolling in, fucking with, you know, hey, what's going on? And then fucking, you know,
But
you look familiar, and it's like, and
The
then
fucking Facebook and text messages.
oh god, like the fucking, all the fucking, you women are horrible.
You had a fucking what you had is, and I refer to it like this. All right, you're an actor on a stage, okay, and you got your fucking girl, and she's out, and she's playing her part as your partner in a relationship. This is how I see it in my head. 'Cause I was an actor on stage for a bit, believe it or not, and y'all are, you're the husband or the boyfriend or whatever, and that's the girlfriend, the wife, whatever, and you're up there reciting your lines. But there's a fucking 1,000 bitches in the wings waiting for that bitch to fuck up and break her ankle so they can flock out there and fucking try that role. They just want to, did she slip? Did she forget her fucking line? Fuck. No, and they fucking roll out there and fucking en masse. Fucking
And it's
just waiting.
and it's fucking bananas. Like it really is, because like I'm thinking like fucking, you know.
The best thing to do is keep in mind, don't turn around because there's 1,000 dudes waiting for you to fuck up too right behind you.
Absolutely. No, it's
I'm
the
waiting
fucking,
on that shit because there's a fucking 1,000 dudes with fucking Felice's number saved in their phone under. As soon as he fucking breaks up, that fuck that bald guy, Felice. There.
You know, if you can't fucking give your kids excitement and passion, how are you gonna give it to someone else? You know, and it be genuine. You know, and that was kind of, you know, and plus, like, you know, not answering me, obviously fucking left his...
She grew up in fucking chaos. She's not comfortable in anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, for you to make that decision though, was the best thing for you.
It was
and
the hardest
it was
decision.
good for you to realize that though, because a lot of times, some people go 5-10 years before they can get the courage or
My
you know.
bullshit tolerance is super low.
That's how mine is.
And the thing is this, like, fucking, like, I won't prolong something. I'm usually, like, the first one to be like, this, bless you. And fucking, like, you know, this doesn't work out. We got to end it. Like, I'm usually that person to just recognize that shit sucks. But once the kids were there, 3 months ago, I wanted to throw her out. Because she was just fucking acting cunty. And, like, I'm like, yo, I watch your kids. I take them to school. I pay for daycare. I pay for the groceries. I cook for them every night. I make them breakfast. You know, I dress them. I bathe them. I put them to bed while you're at work or at the gym or doing whatever you're doing. I'm like, I'm doing all that. You know, there's nothing. There's, like, nothing there. So 3 months ago, like, no appreciation, nothing. I was
Door
like...
locked?
You want me to get it?
Somebody locked that door?
Yeah, I think the bottom lock is locked. I wish there was a camera outside that door.
I saw Parker walk right by him. There he is. The man himself.
Stay out, Parker. That was a message from Prosper and me. Get the fuck out. What paranormal shit, Parker? Yeah. No, because I watched someone come up here. I don't know. I watched someone go to that side. They were wearing sandals. The camera won't lie.
Jesus?
It's always when someone's alone down a hallway where there's no camera where the haunted house happens.
No, you weren't there for that part. I'm not a ghost guy.
How many things that you wanted to talk about today do we actually talk about? I don't feel like any of this was we burned through
Let's
some
end it
time.
on something positive because that got dark pretty quick. We're like, these kids are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
it's the human experience, though. That's what I love about this.
Kids, I mean, I'll tell you, I grew up in a really fucked up household. I won't get into details, but it was pretty much the equivalent of that for a long time.
Right.
And I'm not saying they're going to end up like all this majesty that you see in front of you. You know, this whole picturesque, fucking well-adjusted human. But kids find a way. They figure it out. I mean, they got TV to raise them now.
That is true, or the tablet.
She'll watch the fucking Real Housewives of fucking
Google.
New Jersey. They'll Google shit.
Google shit.
And
I'm glad I couldn't Google shit when I was little. Cause
Me too.
I just had
Taught
to
you
imagine.
work for shit.
Dude, that would have been bad.
Laziness.
I just
up
had
the
to
ass.
imagine. Like if I had a question, I just had to think. I wonder what the answer is. And what's that? There's an old like an old comic strip they had. It's like two rabbits sitting side by side, and like the first panel is like, "Oh, I just thought of something I would like to know," and the second one goes, "That's a damn shame." It said the whole thing is before Google.
Pre-Google.
I remember when fucking Yahoo came out, and just knowing that you like type in almost anything and fucking get something back.
All I listen to is fucking phone sales. I listen to phone sales, work quality assurance, and I tell you, if somebody still refers to it as a, can I use Bing? I know that person is going to spend hundreds of dollars when they probably
Bing.
Bing and
Wow.
sbcglobal.net email addresses.
Hey, I can't talk shit. I still use AOL email address.
Yeah, but I saw that you recently updated your email, didn't you?
No, I have another one I use for big files or whatever. But
on Gmail,
what happened was so many people had AOL.
I do still, because I always say that they
And-
use AOL. I'm like, they're so fucking old, and I'm like,
Yeah, but I'm old.
John still uses fucking AOL.
I'm old
so.
though.
You've used it for fucking decades.
Yeah, but the thing was, if I changed it, then it was just all these people would have to get a new email address. And I knew anywhere I went, if I was in Brazil, if I was in Germany, I go Internet Cafe, hit AOL.com and sign in.
Your email is still on every fucking Eulogy CD. I saw a fucking Bertaville Omen CD, and it said fucking Eulogy Rex at AOL.com. Fucking right there on the back.
He's still
I was
got the
like-
disc in the computer.
It's actually, it's
Yeah.
downstairs. It's at the record store downstairs. Unless someone bought it, which I don't think anybody bought it.
What is it, CD?
Yeah, CD.
How much is he selling them for?
It was $5.
Shit, I know people that pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I don't have it anymore. Kids email me all the time. You have this? You have this? I'm like, nah, no.
Shit, maybe I'll be one of those dickheads that fucking gets all the old copies of
The
shit.
Newfound Glory CD we put out had like a special die cut cover where you could see through the first few pages of the booklet. Those have sold on eBay for $250.
Holy shit!
That band could sell
I
anything.
and we printed 1,500 of them, and they had 3MXPX shows that weekend. The first weekend it came out in Florida, and we sold through between those and then the ones I shipped out to a few distributors. We went through the first pressing in like a week.
Maybe we should talk about. We got like a release coming up pretty soon, don't we?
Yeah, get it in.
Get in.
Get it in.
We got a lot of releases coming up. We got.
We do. I mean, what
we're
can
doing.
What can we talk about? I'll ask that one.
And November 14th, we're going to do a show downstairs at Prop. It's going to be a split CD, 2 songs from us, Old Habits, 2 songs from Sweet Nothings, which is Powder's new band.
Powder from Toe Tag.
From Toe Tag.
And no other bands ever.
And then 2 songs from 10 Paces, which is Bobby and Chip that work with me.
At Aces High.
At Aces High.
Get tattooed.
Get that in there. And 2 songs from Loyal Till Death.
Loyal Until Death. They're great. Fucking
And
really awesome.
Who's the last band? There's one more. Oh, Trust No One.
Trust
2
No
songs
One.
from Trust No One.
Motherfucking
So it'd be
Trust No
10
One.
song hardcore punk compilation CD that we just get 2 songs from each band, new songs. We're all going to play a show together. CD is going to be included when you pay to get in. It's just a way to help promote each other and get the word out.
We're also doing a music video. We're filming it next weekend. So that's what's that?
Yeah, we're gonna try. The idea is very
Sounded
cool, but if it actually goes down the way we're hoping, it's gonna be kind of hard to film it. It involves filming inside of a van with people sitting there
Yeah, I think he
while
thinks,
you're driving.
I feel like he thinks the vans are taller.
I feel like I'm just letting him do what the fuck he wants and see what happens.
I'm down.
We got 2 vans
We got
that we're
2 vans,
borrowing.
courtesy of Tyler from Incited Nebraska Bricks and Sergio from Everman. I spoke to him. We're gonna make that work. I'm gonna drive him to
So-
work if I have to.
Good. Well, yeah, we have that stuff. We have a split 10-inch coming out with this band called Sell the Score from Germany, and
courtesy of Knives Out Records. In the Europe.
They're from France, and we're doing a split 7-inch with Bishop. So we got all kinds of shit coming up. And
Jesus.
Fuck a Bishop.
Hey, we don't fuck around, man. We just got.
It's been over a year. We had to like put out new music eventually. We've been sitting on this music for like 5 months.
Yeah, it's all good. We got lots of stuff coming out, so.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be the 14th downstairs.
So you heard it here first, October 14th.
November.
That's not even
November.
on
November.
That's
Sorry,
not even
November
on Facebook
14th.
yet.
Yeah,
we're
right.
gonna start. We're gonna play those new songs live, aren't we?
Maybe.
Oh, come on.
Hey, the way that I work, I don't like playing new songs live until they're out. Maybe one, but I see things from a very business perspective as well. And when I go see a band, I'm not trying to go see them play a bunch of new songs, to be honest with you.
No, that makes sense.
And so we usually, we'll probably play one of them before it's out, just kind of give people a taste. But, I love the people that come see us, but not geniuses. And when we play a
None of
new
us are.
song, they usually look at us like, "Why are you playing a new song? We
They
don't care."
hated the CD release,
We
I
don't
felt.
care. Yeah, we really don't
was
care
so
that you guys have
fucking-
new songs. We like these songs. Maybe we'll like those songs, but
Give me a minute with a fucking a Walkman and all.
and also
Walkman.
just to be fair too, I don't even know how to play the new songs yet because I didn't even record them. So
It's true.
there's a lot of different factors that have to come together
And I
for
actually
us to
haven't
play new
I
songs.
haven't actually like listened to them, and we haven't practiced them. So yeah, we do have a lineup change.
We
have
seem like we have our shit together much more than we actually
we
do.
have we
But-
got Mean Dean Garcia from the band Sunnyvale filling on bass for a while. So
yeah, he's pretty jacked too. You know,
he is. He looks like
For
an
ladies.
Abercrombie model. He's got like
Yeah.
this fine jawline. He's got a great hairline.
We used to call him Aladdin.
He
Aladdin.
does.
Well, we
he is Aladdin.
we sat down. And we were talking. We are like, we were figuring out who's gonna play with us on bass. We were like, yeah, we need someone that's really jacked.
Yeah, this is actually kind of a paunchy band. We're kind of a bunch of Grinch bodies, really.
It fits us.
Yeah, you know.
It is funny. It's funny how your business sense was to give them the stuff that you're releasing as you're releasing it. When we put out our Toilets album, I'm like, we're not playing any songs from the fucking CD, not one. I'm like, and instead I wrote this 40-minute long song.
Nice.
And we played that for like the next like 5 or 6 shows, and people were like, "What the fuck?" There's like everyone expected like talking in a funny show where we like play through the album with like covers and stuff, and I'm like, nope. Play this long black metal.
You're gonna
song with
accept my
punk
fucking
rock.
art.
Hey, man.
And fucking it forced people to listen to the record at least. Like that was the only good
Yeah,
thing.
there's no right or wrong. I just I've always been like I did that for a long time where that was my job, and my mind works a certain way when it comes to being in a band, and
Well, it works for you.
we're pretty. I'm actually real slack about stuff with this band, which is what I like. I just pretty much just have to show up and play.
That was
I
our
don't
big
have
thing,
to
is like,
stress.
as long as
yeah.
it's like fun and it's
Yeah.
not a job, because none of us we got jobs.
Yeah,
It
we
won't have
just
us be a job.
You know.
Well, I wish you guys tremendous success in filling dim lit rooms with people beating the shit out of each other.
Tens and tens of people.
And I hope
Tens
that
and tens.
I hope that the masses of hardcore fans, the throngs of them, will sing your words in unison as someone's getting the beating of their life at their first metal show that they've ever been to. Like, why is this
Old
happening?
Habits is the worst band I've ever seen.
It's
I
always
hope they die in a
listen.
bus wreck.
It's always the guy in the Godsmack shirt.
That dude
He just wanders in, corner Godsmack. He's like, "Yeah, man, these guys are badass. I'm just gonna go up
Mike
there."
the bouncer warned everybody. He's like, "Who's been to a hardcore show?" And the whole front row of women were like, "Woo!" And he's like, "You're fucking lying. You ain't never been to a fucking Who's been to an Old Habit show?" Same women. Woo! He's like, "Y'all should move to the back right now." He had the mic in his hand. He's on stage. Like, "Y'all should move way the fuck back there. Feel it out. Then figure out if you want to come up here." They're like, "Fuck you. We're up here now." 2 minutes later, they're getting fucking clubbed in the back of the head like fucking baby seals. Fucking turn into a goddamn massacre. I'm on stage laughing my fucking face off.
That was pretty fun.
That was a good show. Stitches forever, forever Stitches. Good for him.
Well, there's always you could always make the band Hate Fuck.
The band Hate Fuck.
Yes, you just make a band called Hate Fuck and encourage any rape of any, like, be like, if there's any women within 10 feet of the stage, you're going to get raped.
Wow. That just escalated quick.
I'm just saying, like,
That would
fucking-
not be a part of that band.
Hey, man, if Stitches...
I would say this. I would say, you know, if
If
there's
Stitches
a
is making his fucking career on fucking throwing cocaine at people, why couldn't we have a man dressed up in a unitard
But
covered in
it's-
dildos?
It's 2000.
You absolutely could.
It's 2014, so what I would say is, not if there's any women, but if there's anyone that you find attractive, regardless of their gender or their age or their ability to fight you off or their willingness to accept you, just force yourself on them. Just if you find like, oh, that guy's kind of tall, I like that. Fuck him. I'm gonna fuck that tall guy. Just get in there.
That is the message.
Hate fuck.
How many beers have you had?
5.
Enough.
That's not a lot for you.
Oh no, it's not even close.
Never enough.
I took the day off today. Actually, I drink during Sundays.
It's a good drinking day.
I didn't even leave the house. I got home at 4 a.m. last night. I was
Fuck
falling
this
asleep
up.
on 95. I couldn't fucking... I had to get coffee at 4 in the morning on the way home. That was how fucking close I was to dying with a car full of male strippers. The gay cult dies on fucking 95. That's the recurring joke we have. Is it like whatever car accident I end up causing because I drive drunk is gonna be fucking gay cult dies in fucking Miami by crashing into a bus full of orphans, or however it ends up getting phrased.
And I will actually be like, yes, they were the gayest cult I've ever
That was
met.
the fucking gayest cult. I can't believe that
You
cult
don't
was
even
allowed.
know.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing I would like to say is that if you're gonna get tattoos and now haircuts,
yes.
If you like tattoos and you like looking sharp, fucking Aces High is opening a barber shop. Right?
Yeah, well, it's barbershop on Glades and
Glades, yeah.
Lions.
Oh shit,
Boca. So it should be open probably about 2-3 weeks. We're just wrapping up some stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and get trimmed up. I need to look good.
It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Get those ears lowered.
Very, very
trim those sideburns.
Very manly place, I will
What's that?
say.
Is that
I
baseball
will
player's
use that
name?
term.
Mattingly.
Is it manly?
It's pretty manly, yeah. It's manly place, not like old style manly.
So
Like
they won't be doing like salon style stuff for the ladies. It'll be more like dudes
no,
getting
it's
their
a barber
haircut.
shop.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
a
that.
barber shop. It's big ass TVs everywhere. You know, fancy
Pictures
shit.
of fucking Al Pacino all over the fucking
Dude,
place.
It's gonna be it is definitely it's
I
geared
will-
to appeal to everybody, but it's a very manly place.
I've been going to Aces High for a long time. Were you influenced by the barber shop right next to you guys, or was
that is a wonderful barbershop. No, definitely no, absolutely not. What happened? I'll tell you a story real quick.
I've always wondered. I'm like, how did you pick that one of all the things you could have?
No,
'Cause you're a
what
good
happened
businessman, you know your
was
shit, but
I have a partner with Aces High and some other businesses that he's an investor in Aces High, and we have some other businesses together, and we have pretty a long-term plan of things that we're gonna be doing, and two people he knew, husband and wife, were barbers in Boca. They're very busy, and they wanted to open their own place, and they hit us up because of the tattoo shops about opening a barbershop with them. And it's essentially the same thing from like a marketing, promotional standpoint, and day-to-day operations as well. So we had a bunch of meetings, and we decided that we were going to open the barbershop together. That was a good team. And we decided to call it Aces Barber. We went back and forth with some names. Most of them ended up turning out to be way more ghetto than we wanted. But
Street cuts.
Yeah, we had Notorious
Shape
Barbershop. Stuff like that me being cheesy I would have gone for, and then like business sense step back. But we spent a lot of time with Aces High with promotion and marketing, and we wanted to just tie it into the barbershop some way. We figured it would benefit both places.
It's a good call because I mean, honestly, the Aces High in this area has a lot of notoriety and has a lot
working
of
on it.
reputation
Working
with
on
it.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna have barbershop 2-3 weeks. It'll be open. It'll be good.
Glades and Lions, motherfuckers.
That's right, motherfuckers.
And the big thing is
all you hairy motherfuckers.
This is just
Fucking
one of
bald as shit, and you're like, I own a barbershop. Mike, it's like a skinny cook.
this is one of my rules in life is I will not go and get a haircut in a barbershop if there's not a picture of Marlon Brando in the premises, whether it's on the DVD box of the Godfather, or if like you have a trading card for some reason with him on there like Weezy.
So now, is there a reason for that, or is it like I don't know? I honestly,
because if you go into a place,
I know you're from New York. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. I ain't never seen the Godfather series.
All right, I've never seen the Godfather either, but there's a reason.
All right,
it takes a certain kind of man to sit through that movie to have the patience to do a good haircut. If you can just sit through the Godfather through a Scarface, and you have the Scarface on the wall, I'm a little afraid you're going to be a little shaky with that straight razor when you're trying to do like the trim up top, look at the sides going right, do my beard, make it look nice. Fuck that shit. You have Brando on the wall, you take your time, you take something in. You're sitting there fucking.
You think like that's like the emulation of Brando.
It's a zen.
I won't give anything away, but there will you will be happy with the way the place is decorated. Like I said, it's very manly.
I think
It's-
you're doing like razor cuts. Am I gonna be?
Yeah, we'll do whatever.
Yes.
That's.
I never had a razor. I never had like
It's,
straight
it's
razors.
actually
Are
a
they gonna,
treat. I go, you know.
Gotta
go.
shear up that scrotum, dog. Ain't nothing softer than shaved balls. Hallelujah. Funny thing, on the first show that I did of Dad's house in this studio, Billy was on it.
Oh shit!
And
yeah.
I told
I was
kind of,
fucking roaringly drunk at that point.
oh, we were having a great time.
Because I went with it was I started off on your show,
and then
and
ended
I
up
was
on my
your
show.
and then I had Corinne's show as well.
So, oh god, poor guy, had to sit through Kareem's show. Holy
I was
shit!
I was here for like 14 fucking hours. It felt like, and I was blackout drunk by the end of it. Curry? Oh, why?
No.
Why would what was it like you just drove?
He drives people to my house to fucking tell me hello.
I like her. I think she's a positive human. She has a lot of.
She started
goals.
Yeah, she's a nice person, but like fucking the radio show was just like you can only talk so much about one thing. That's why this show's just about whatever bullshit. It's a bullshit show. We just sit here and hang out and
Well,
talk.
if I'm just sitting here and like you're just going on like about stuff, and then you don't listen, you just want to talk over everything. And I'm like, all right, I get it. I would talk over me too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here, I'm going to drink, and then eventually me and Patrick are going to start talking over you, and then we're going to start bulldozing your fucking ideas, and then we're going to start just taking over, and then eventually you're going to walk off, and it's going to be me and him on the fucking thing, and I'm going to start yelling about conspiracy theories and fucking with me and Patrick.
Tower 7.
Fucking Tower 7.
Tower 7.
Pepsi and Coke are the same goddamn thing.
So the first show that you came on, I was talking about how my mom was gonna throw a dildo party after my dad died, and I fucking
I don't remember that at all.
all right, fucking no, fucking when my dad passed away, and this is kind of like you wanted to follow up to Richie. I couldn't find Richie, but what I can do is I can give you closure on the dildo thing.
Okay.
My mom was gonna
the dildo thing now.
I fucking come in the living room, and every day she kind of looks a little upset, but this one day she looks all right, and I go, "What's going on?" It's like me and your cousin Shannon are gonna have a rubber party. I go, rubber party? I go, fuck, I'm thinking like Tupperware or something. I'm like, what rubber party are you having? So she fucking goes, no, fucking lingerie and sex toys. I go, whoa. It's like, yeah, your fiance's going to be there. And I'm like, what? And the grandma's going to be there. Like, what? And I'm like, and I was eating peanut butter out of the jar, fucking barehanded. I was real fucking high at this point. It was late at night. I wasn't ready for it. And if you get me to stop eating peanut butter, like mid-mauling, like, fuck, I was like, Winnie the Pooh with my hand in the fucking Jif jar. And, like, fucking, I'm sitting there, and I just stop eating. It's, like, dripping from my jaws. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, yeah, no, we're going to have a sex toy party. I get to keep 10% of anything that's sold.
See, she was hosting. This wasn't a first-time thing. If you're hosting that shit, she's been to a bunch of them, and she knows how the business works.
So now I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, you're replacing Dad. And so I go, what do I do if I walk in the house and it's on the bed? Do I have to acknowledge him? Do I have to go, hey, Frank, how are you? So my mom finally went on a date. Guess what the name of her boyfriend is?
Frank.
And he's a dildo. All right? He's a fucking, he's like this he looked like Joe Pesci from Home Alone 2. And she's like, what do you think of him? I'm like, I think he probably got charges. I would look up the pedophile fucking and like, it's just kind of funny how that one really bit me back in the ass. It's kind of hard to meet the next guy that's fucking your mother.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing, kid? I'm going to fucking, since your mom's all old and everything, I'm going to probably drop my load right in the pussy, fucking, because,
This won't matter. This won't matter.
It's, it's the same thing by this point, fucking,
Might as well be coming in a graveyard.
Just dig a hole up in the lawn and have your way with it. I made some tits out of fucking playground sand. Oh, so
I wrapped one of her titties around my cock, and I fucked it.
They probably.
That was a good Tuesday. Second date.
Fucking, it's bad when you stick that fucking unit in there and pull it out, and it looks like fucking that white gravy that they hit the country restaurants on there. It's like no orifice of your body should make that much mucus if it's healthy. I think your pussy's got the flu, baby. I think it's sneeze. So, ending on that note.
Now that I'm thinking about your mom's pussy, yeah, let's go ahead and end on that note.
It's a fucking pretty great place. I lived there for 9 months. So,
you couldn't even fill out the lease? What the fuck, dude?
Nah, fucking, we went month to month. I think I'm going to get rid of this fucking thing. Yeah, keep kicking you, motherfucker.
There was no room.
But thanks so much for coming on. Everyone check out Eulogy Records. Wayward Parade, Aces High, the barbershop's opening, fucking Glades and Lions, 2 weeks. Don't be a Momo and go there early and go, oh my God, I got my hair cut. They got the ladder out and shit. Leave them the fuck alone for 2 weeks until they're open.
We'll announce it.
And then check out Old Habits. Go like them on Facebook. You know, I'm going to be posting the shit out of the show. They're going to be posting the shit out of the show.
Yep.
And fucking support fucking hardcore music. These
Support all music that's
No,
good.
just hardcore music. I'm telling you all right
Just
now,
hardcore.
just stop. Just stop with the fucking the bebop and the hip hops and the trap music.
Trap. Caught in the trap.
Whip out some guitars, fucking play fucking 4 chords in different patterns, and fucking start yelling at motherfuckers. That's
you
what
yell
the
about
world.
how sad you are and how your dad didn't like you. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
No, seriously, everyone, check out Old Habits. They're a lot of fun, and people try to do aerobatic ninja kicks in tight pants.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
And it must be awesome to watch on stage.
It's like watching felonies happen. Like if shit that happened in our crowd happened on the street,
Yeah.
they would definitely be doing a little bit of time. But it's okay because there's a soundtrack to it.
Maybe we should make propaganda police like the Disney police. You have to sit in the bathroom.
And do all the coke? I can't imagine.
He'll throw
How
that
will
brick
I spend
in
my
your
time
face.
there?
What are you gonna do with it? Oh, guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Rock the Mic is always doing stuff. I have to go rap with my friend Prosper.
You have to. It sounds like such a fucking chore.
I'm gonna drop it old school for my homies, and talk about my innie penis when I do coke.
I'm gonna walk downstairs and keep drinking.
Yeah,
It's fucking Sunday fun day, and I don't know what that means, but I think it means drinking alone in a bar where I don't fucking care about it.
And I'll see 5 of you probably later tonight at 10 at Propaganda when I'm gonna be playing acoustic songs, mostly covers, some originals.
Hit me up. I'll see you there.
Nice.
All right, awesome.
Do you have your country song?